Hello, everyone. This is Erik, the Asian movie enthusiast. And today, my special guest is That Phat Samurai Guy. How's it going, man?
Going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Pretty good. As I
Yeah,
mentioned, in the green room, it's snowing outside, so that's all
yeah.
right.
It's hot over here, man. Over here, over on the West Coast.
Nice.
That's right.
And we're here to discuss Jet Li. And we're going to
I,
go
I
through
thought
his.
I thought we were here to talk about Ekin Chang, your
Oh,
favorite,
man.
your
He's
favorite of
he's
all
been
time.
he's been all right in a few movies, but for the most part, he's just. I remember I worked with a Chinese girl way back in the day,
Yeah.
and I was showing her right when I was getting into Asian movies. I'm like, oh, you know this actor, this actor. She's like, oh, I like her, I like him, and it got to Ekin Cheng, and she's like, I don't like him. So yeah,
I'm just goofing around.
yeah.
But this Jet Li guy's garbage. This Jet Li guy is
Oh,
like
wow.
the worst.
Well, I've seen Badges of Fury. What's with this Jet Li guy?
Let's
But
talk about the legend.
Before
Yeah.
we get to Jet Li, maybe you'd
Yeah.
want to just introduce your channel, just what you guys do over there.
Yes, for the new viewers that
Yes.
don't know we exist, it's me and Lady Fat Blood. That's right, my wife, and we're big, huge fans of cinema, and we love talking about the movies, and we do movie reviews, trailer reactions, podcasts, all that good stuff. So come on over, but we do have a little certain section called the Movie Dojo, where I just talk about strictly martial arts and action cinema. So come on over.
Yeah. Yeah. Of all the YouTubers I'm subscribed to, like if somebody told me I could hang with some YouTubers on a Saturday night, might be you two.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
we drink and watch American Ninja or something.
all day.
All right.
American Ninja 1 through 4,
Two.
and then that's it. 1 to 2, 1 to 2.
That's
yeah,
all
1
right.
to 2.
All right. So Jet Li. All right.
Yeah.
Now, I had some catching up to do this week. And our first film here, his first film he was ever in, I had not seen until this week. And that is Shaolin Temple from 1982. So I'm thinking maybe we'll go back and forth as to who goes first. So what are your thoughts on Shaolin Temple?
Well, before we get into that, I was really interested to know, how did you discover Jet Li? And then I'll talk about how I discovered him.
Yeah, mine is the lamest explanation ever. I was sitting in a theater, and I forgot what movie I was in watching, and the trailer came up for Lethal Weapon 4.
Yeah.
Lethal Weapon 4. So
Yes.
me and my boys are sitting there, and it's like Mel Gibson, Danny Glover, Rene Russo, yada yada, and it goes
Yeah.
Jet Li, and then we're like,
Yeah.
Jet Li? Who the hell is that? I had no idea. And then I think I might have seen Lethal Weapon 4, and I liked him in the villain role. And then I started seeing his stuff at Blockbuster. They started
Right.
popping up.
Yeah.
And we'll get to a few that I was like, I'm watching everything this guy does now after seeing a few of his flicks.
For me, it was pretty similar to yours. For me, I'm a big Lethal Weapon fan, so 4 came out, and we were like, oh, let's go ahead and check it out. It was my buddy Thomas's birthday, and we went and checked it out, had a great time, and I could not stop. I was fascinated with the villain. I was like, who is this guy? Who is this Jet Li guy? And I was blown away, and again, I was kind of like you. I started to try to hunt down his movies, and we'll get into that. Unfortunately, the second movie that was released over here in America was Black Mask. Yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that in the list. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty funny. But pretty similar experiences there.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about one of the legends. Let's go through all his movies, or at least the ones that we've seen. I haven't seen all of them.
Yeah, me neither.
It's been a really long time since I've rewatched them, so you're gonna have to help fill in the gaps for me. So since you are the guru, so.
I don't know about that, but yeah, I'll try my best.
Go for it. What do we got?
Shaolin Temple, 1982. What are your thoughts?
Dude, it's dope. Shaolin Temple's pretty dope. I mean, I like it. Is this his first movie, right? Technically?
Yeah, it was his debut.
And I think he was 16 years old?
Something like that. He was in his teens.
Yeah, he was in his teens. He was really young, but I saw the Shaolin Temple trilogy really late, kind of like you. I saw it really late, and it was good, man. It's classic old school martial arts. The fight choreography was good. Jet Li doing his katas. It was a beautiful looking movie. I had a blast with Shaolin Temple. I don't think a lot of people know, or they're that familiar with the Shaolin Temple trilogy with Jet Li. When people think of Jet Li, they think Fist of Legend and whatnot. But I always recommend Shaolin Temple. So
Yeah, I agree. When I saw this week, and this is a period piece. It's kind of like the plot is very similar to a lot of other stuff. Kind of like this is like an old school, a period piece, and he's beating dudes up and fighting psychopathic generals and stuff like that. But I was thinking when I was watching this is his first film, and I think they did a good job of deciding what to do with him in his first film. Because he was a wushu champion, and he was kind of a sensation before even his first film came out.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking like what to do with this guy in his first film, it made sense what they did, because he does his weapon, performances and everything. And I didn't even know how
everything.
I didn't even know how big this movie was. Huge too in its home country. So
really,
yeah, it was really popular.
Well, it deserved it.
Yeah,
It deserved it. Was there a musical number in the movie?
I don't remember one.
Okay, sorry.
I don't know. You never
I thought someone turned and the female started singing, but like I said, old man brain, things are mixing up. But anyway.
Well, these old school flicks, they'll blend together in your head if you haven't seen them recently, because they're very similar,
Yeah. But Shaolin Temple is badass. Do you recommend first-time viewers to be introduced to Jet Li? Do you recommend they start there or something a little bit more recent?
I might start with something else, and then you go back to this to see like what started it. That's what I would recommend.
The roots of it.
Yeah.
Now, kids from Shaolin.
Yeah.
What'd you think about that?
Yeah, I'll go first on this one. We'll alternate. Yeah. So kids from Shaolin. Now this one, just came out a few years later, and listen to this plot. You could already tell there's a problem. Romance blossoms between two rival families practicing Shaolin and Wudang Kung Fu.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like the plot of it. I thought this one was a downgrade from the first one, personally.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It basically, it almost feels like the characters just kind of putz around for a while during the first hour. He's hanging out with some little kids and they're getting into shenanigans and stuff. It's more lighter toned, but there are some pretty good fights, during the second half. There's he fights, I have in my notes, with a 3-section staff near the end, which is pretty cool to see.
Did one of the villains have kind of a similar weapon?
I think
3-section staff, but it was made out of bones. It looked like bones.
It could have been possible.
I don't know.
I don't even remember.
I'm insane. Okay. I just said the last movie had a musical number. Now we have skeleton bones, 3-section staff. I'm insane.
It's not a bad movie. This is not.
It's still fun.
One term I'm going to be using today, and I love it because I heard it a few years ago. Dumpster juice. This is not dumpster juice. It's pretty good.
Dumpster juice.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to start using that now. But yeah, it's a kung fu comedy. Very awkward scene with the dad when he finally gets a son. If you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That was a little weird. I get it. You're excited you have a son, but that was kind of weird. I don't know if I should say it. I probably won't. But if you guys have seen the movie, those that are watching right now, you know which scene I'm talking about. It's kind of fucking weird. Anyway, there was enough action at the end that you get your reward.
Yeah.
But it was a downgrade, definitely.
Yep. But then, just a few years later, so that was from 1984, and then we go up to 1986, Martial Arts of Shaolin, which is the third in this Shaolin Temple trilogy, so to speak. So what were your thoughts on that one?
Dude, I lost it because I was already a fan of the first one, but I lost it when I found out that Jet Li was on a Shaw Brothers movie, because it's Shaw Brothers Studio. I didn't know that. Did you know that?
No.
I thought it was Shaw. I could have sworn it's Shaw Brothers Studio, and it's directed by Lau Kar Leong or Lu Chia Liang. I might be wrong.
Lucci Lang, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's Shaw Brothers. Am I wrong? I might be wrong.
I always get mixed up which are Shaw Brothers productions and which aren't.
When Celestial Pictures started to release their library on DVD way back in the day, and it was a big deal. That's how I got the movie, and it had Shaw Brothers case and everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I could be wrong. I could be insane, old man. But anyway, you got fucking Jet Li. You got Locke Leong. I know I'm saying the names wrong. You're here to help me.
My Chinese pronunciation is awful.
But I remember reading about Locke Leong. Basically, he had a blast making that movie because he had a plethora of real martial artists. So many people that were involved with that movie were like the shit at what they were like the best, at everything. And he never really had that because he had Gordon Liu, he had his own team of badasses. But when he made this movie, he was surrounded by so many awesome martial artists. So he was like in heaven, I heard, when he was filming this movie, because he was like, man, everyone's amazing. Oh man, I like the first one a lot, but it's tough. This is tough between 1 and 3. Mm-hmm. Which one's better? What do you think?
I think they're very close. I would probably have to watch them again to come to a final, like do a double header of 1 and 3 head to head. This one is very creative too. There's a fight with calligraphy brushes, like big calligraphy brushes. Yeah, that was cool. They have like a dance performance. It's like an assassination attempt. So there's some cool stuff.
The fight scenes are amazing, man. Like I was just like, holy crap! Like I was blown away. But yeah, it's a tough one. Maybe it's a tie for right now.
Yeah,
1 and 3 is the tie. But I mean, we even had with the main finale fight with Jet Li and his teacher, his Sifu. They were both doing like a praying mantis style against the main villain. So you got two guys doing praying mantis style against the villain. I've never seen that.
Nah.
So that was really really entertaining. So, it just, does it go up from here? I don't know what's next, or does it go downhill from here? I'm scared.
We'll see.
What do we got?
So, yes. So the next one, all right, 1986.
Okay.
Born to Defense.
Okay.
So he's a young soldier at the end of the Second World War, and he must overcome some abusive Americans who are bullying him and the Chinese people.
Damn Americans.
Those, yeah, we've seen that before. Sounds like a plot of like a Donnie and Hitman film, but
it
yeah.
does.
So this one.
Yeah, go ahead.
This one, there's like a wartime battle scene at the beginning that I liked in this. That was a little different. It has definitely a more serious tone in this entry, I would say.
Oh, yeah.
There's definitely some darker moments that happen.
Yes.
We get, I didn't even remember this. I watched this again this week. The dude from Bloodsport is in this.
Yes.
The guy who fights like this with like the knees. And he has a pretty big role, and he gets some good fights with Jet.
Yeah, the kickboxer guy.
So the overall fighting style in this, I think, is cool because you have like boxing matches, and Jet's character has trouble adjusting to the fighting style because like no, you can't do this, you can't do that, and he has problems. And I like the dynamic, the fighting dynamic there.
What did you think of the end finale fight where he fought that very tall gentleman?
Oh yeah,
what did you think of that one?
That was cool.
That yeah,
I like the setting too. It's like a nasty manufacturing plant. I like martial arts movies where you'll have size differences and real pronounced style differences. I think it's cool to watch. So I actually like this one quite a bit.
I may be mistaken, but is this Jet Li's directorial debut? Did he direct this?
Yes.
Okay. Hey.
Good call, man.
All right.
And according to IMDb, it might be his only directorial effort. Like, was he as a lead director?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is it.
Maybe it was too much, to do everything at first. It makes you wonder if he would have kept going.
I know.
If he would have been a pretty good action director. But yeah, it was solid. I enjoyed Is Born to Defense or to Defend?
Born to Defense.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of these movies got like 8 titles.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, solid.
So Jet Li, I mean, starting off his career, he's doing a pretty good job, man. Really, you know.
Yeah.
So the next one is one I think that we both have a blind spot on. Dragon Fight from 1989. I haven't even seen it.
Yeah, I think I saw it once, but it was so long ago, I don't remember. And all I remember was one fight. All I remember was Yuen Wah in that?
I don't see him listed, but he's,
Okay.
you know, who knows? He might have shown up for a minute for a fight.
Right. But yeah, I think he fought a Caucasian guy. He fought him at the end.
Okay.
And I think that was really the only good fight. But I remember I don't remember the movie. All I remember was I was bored out of my mind.
Oh no.
I was really bored.
Well, Stephen Chow apparently has a supporting role.
What?
And yeah.
I don't remember this movie at all.
And the director made some nasty flicks. He made Run and Kill and Red to Kill, which are two like really good category 3 like thrillers. But maybe this was just one of those that were just a dud for him. I'll have to see if I can track it down some point.
I'd like to revisit it since I don't remember it.
Yeah.
But I don't remember it being amazing. So
yeah. All right. We got a big one next.
All right.
Big one. 1991, Once Upon a Time in China. What are your thoughts on that?
Whoa. That's the one. That is the one. That's the one I, in my opinion, put Jet Li on the map. I think that really made him a mega star because that was a big hit. And, you know, still till this day, there's been other actors that have done a great job playing the Wong Fei-hung character. And, you know, Vincent Zhao, I enjoy him. I really enjoy him. I think he's a very underrated martial artist.
I agree.
But there's so many people, even Gordon Liu back in the Shaw Brothers era, he played Wong Fei-hung. I mean, everyone, Jackie Chan, you know, Drunken Master 1 and 2. I think everyone at some point played Wong Fei-hung. But when you think of Wong Fei-hung now, all you think is Jet Li's version. That's all you think of is his version, how he looked playing that character, that's all you see, you know, because he did a great job. And I believe the first one was directed by Choi Hark. Am I wrong, right?
You are correct.
Hey, woo, score! All right. I don't know who did the fight choreography though.
Ooh, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that I'm not sure of. But yeah, that whole end finale fight. I mean, the cinematography was beautiful. You had the iconic theme song. You have the, you know, just Yuan Biao playing the character of Foon.
Yeah,
was fun and
yeah.
hilarious, but at the same time, it's kind of funny because he's actually older than Jet Li.
Yeah, I was thinking about that when I was watching this.
But he plays it like he's younger because I believe the character's supposed to be younger because, you know, Jet Li's the master, right? But Yuan Biao was fun, and the main villain was great. I love that fight in the rain.
Yeah,
I love that fight with the main villain, and of course the iconic fight at the end with the ladders, which was blatantly ripped off in The Musketeer.
Yeah,
I mean, it was almost the exact same fight in The Musketeer. Yeah. So, but man, these two movies, the first one, and you're going to go into the second one whenever you get there. Those are tough for me too. Which one's better?
Yeah.
If you put the gun to my head, I can pick one right away. But it's because the first one's so good. What did you think of the first one?
I really liked it. It's I think one thing that this one does well is that it's like 2 hours and 14 minutes long, but the story is good enough to hold your interest. It actually reminded me a little bit of some of the samurai flicks I've seen. You know, when they have the Japanese samurai movies that take place near the end of the samurai era that focuses on like the westernization, how that infiltrates their culture. This is kind of similar in some ways to that. So it's pretty interesting to see that.
Yeah.
And so story-wise, this might be actually my favorite of the trilogy. And then that final fight with the ladders is just ridiculous. It's fantastic.
Yeah. But you got your typical wire fu that was popular during that time, and they still use it today. But even the fight choreography, the movements, excuse me, was still superb, and you can still appreciate it. It's not just people flying around constantly the whole movie. You do get some grounded action, and it's a blast, man. It is a classic. I highly recommend people watch it. Should this be the first one people get introduced to, or no?
It would be a good intro. It would be a good intro, I think.
All right. What's next?
All right, we get another. Now we're gonna make a run here on historical flicks because he did a bunch of them, but different, a different series. Swordsman II from 1992.
Okay, I need your help.
Okay.
Have I come to the right place? The Guru.
No, this was
the Guru.
This was co-directed by Stanley Tong and Ching Siu Tung.
Okay.
All right.
I think he did the fight choreography for Once Upon a Time in China, the first one.
Okay.
That name. I might be wrong. I need help with this one. I mean, this is the wuxia genre,
yes.
right?
So this one has a little bit more of that crazy sorcery Hong Kong fantasy vibe to it.
Right.
It gets a little bit more crazy. So you got the plot synopsis is he decides to hide from the chaotic world, and then a snake-wielding woman warrior thing appears, and he starts fighting all these bad guys with
as you do.
Yeah, with superhuman powers and stuff.
Right.
Now, one thing I appreciate about some of these older ones, these older wuxia films, is they don't even try to throw in too many optical effects, and this was before CGI became popular. And we'll see some of the later films that we're covering today. Sometimes that could be a problem with some CG. But I think they do a good job of creating the superhuman abilities just when using practical effects most of the time.
Yeah.
A lot of them like to use the flying cloth. A lot of them they throw cloth in the air and they have exploding bodies and stuff like that. So I like that in this. They do a good job. A lot of wire work, but it's good quality.
Yeah.
Good death scenes, of course. Yep. And the beginning has a bunch of Japanese ninja using actual black scorpions, and they throw them at people as weapons. Yeah. Cinematography is good. All that's all the aesthetics are nice in the Swordsman films, and it has almost kind of a star-crossed lover theme. It's similar to The Bride with White Hair in some aspects. I thought.
I believe it's also starring the same actress, Bridget Lin.
This one, I have in my notes, it was Michelle Reese and Rosamund Kwan.
Okay.
But Rosamund Kwan's been in so many Jet Li movies, so I could, they kind of blend together. Where the ones I'm thinking of
The East is Red.
Oh no, Bridget Lin was in this. You're right.
Woo! Yeah.
You're right.
Score.
Yep.
All right. Earning my points, man.
Yeah.
Earning my points.
So I like this one. It's another good one.
I enjoyed it. I really liked it. Do you think it's a little overrated, though?
I don't think it's as good as Once Upon a China 1 and 2.
Okay.
I don't think it's that good.
Okay. All right. Because I remember when I first saw it, I really liked it a lot. But I know a lot of people were really hyping it a lot. So I just want to make sure maybe newcomers, maybe they should lower their expectations a little bit and expect more fantasy than Once Upon a Time in China fight choreography. Maybe.
I would agree. Yeah.
Is it a sequel to the first Swordsman, or they just Swordsman? They just threw.
I haven't seen the first and the third one in a while, so I can't remember if they actually keep continuity or not in those. Probably not.
East is Red. Was that the third one?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I like Bridget Lin though. She definitely had her place.
Yeah.
So we move
good
on.
At those roles.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We move on to Once Upon a Time in China 2.
Yes.
Right? Also directed by Choi Hark, and Jet Li and Rosamund Kwan return.
Yes.
So So in this one, he faces the White Lotus Society. That's the plot.
Those guys are crazy, man. Anytime you get those type of cult in martial arts films, they're nuts. They're insane. I think though this one, I think the fight choreography they kicked it up to 11, and I believe it's because Yuen Wu Ping did this one.
Okay.
I think he did the fight choreography for this one. And I mean, come on, you can't go wrong with Jet Li versus Donnie Yen, man.
Is that Lou Diamond Phillips? Lou Diamond Phillips?
Yes, yes.
That's an in joke. Yeah, that's an in. Anybody who's seen his Samurai Guy's pickups videos will get that reference.
Yes. Saw Donnie Yen movie, and people behind me said, "Isn't that Lou Diamond Phillips?" So we had to throw. Yeah, it was hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing. So yeah, for those of you that are watching right now, there you go. But it's hilarious. You remember that? But yeah, I mean, you, come on, man. Donnie Yen versus Jet Li. That staff battle where they're testing each other out. Oh my dude. It's like, and then the fight at the end, the finale, and you have, also amazing. And then you have probably one of the most original, hilarious, and creative weapons probably made with Donnie Yen's cloth stick.
Yeah.
It's like, where do they come up with this stuff, right?
And the one dude had to dodge his cloth stick to make a hole in the wall so he could escape. It was just classic.
But it was so entertaining. It was so entertaining. That was a blast. Now, this is the only overall. I love the movie. If you have to put a gun to my head real quick, and I have to choose between the first two, I'd pick the second one because I just can't. You can't go wrong with Jet Li versus Donnie Yen. But the plot of the first one, I kind of like a little better.
I agree.
But I'm confused why Yun Biao did not return to play a fool. Do you know? Have you heard anything?
No, I'm not sure.
I'm just going to throw it out there. Maybe because if you think about it, Afun's role in this movie was very, very little. I don't really remember him being in the movie a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Yun Biao saw the script and was like, "Fuck you guys."
Yeah.
I don't know. But it would have been nice if he returned to play the character. But still, this is like, was this the one that just everyone kind of remembers when they think of the Once Upon a Time in China franchise?
I would say,
is it the second one? Yeah.
Because of the final fights.
Yeah, it's just, man. And again, cinematography is great and all that.
Yep, definitely. Looks very nice.
Yeah, 5 stars.
Yeah. And the other fight at the end, outside of the Donnie Yen one, when he fights the leader of the Lotus cult, when they stack all the tables on top of each other, and it's like an aerial balancing. Like, that was a good fight too.
It's so bonkers. Oh, but it was great though. It was great.
Yeah,
he went off on those guys.
Oh yeah.
He kind of switched. He kind of flipped the script because Wong Fei Hung. I am kind of a pacifist and a doctor. He went and fucked those dudes up. But yeah, classic, 5 stars.
All right. The next one here, we are on The Master from 1992, it says, on IMDb. So this one, yeah.
Help me out with that one.
So this one, you basically have Yun Hua as Uncle Tak. And this takes place in America.
Okay.
And his like shop gets freaking messed up, and Jet Li tries to find the guys responsible. I mean, that's basically the plot of this movie.
Okay, I think this was the one I was thinking about earlier when I mentioned Yun Hua.
Yeah,
maybe that was the one.
Okay. So this one, because it takes place in America, you get it kind of feels like Rumble in the Bronx, only not really as good. Not as entertaining. You get some really awkward performances by the Caucasian actors in it. And I watched the dub, and they use like foreigner accents in the dubbing. So it's because you have these 3 Hispanic dudes who want Jet Li to be their master, and some of the interactions a little bit cringy, but it's all right. The plot kind of meanders a bit, in my opinion. Yeah. The action really isn't that satisfying, the action either, in my opinion.
If this is the one I was talking about earlier, then I was bored.
The bad guy, I call the bad guy Evil Sean Penn with a mullet, because that's what he looks like. Like if Sean Penn was evil. Yeah. And it's just, there's like one pretty good fight with him and Yun Hua, because the floor is covered in shattered glass, and that's a little dynamic, but the rest of the fights really just aren't that good. And we get
Yeah.
Billy Blanks in a cameo appearance.
Oh, cameo! He should have been in the movie fighting. That would have been hilarious.
I know. Yeah, the Master's one that I don't really recommend that much. Like, if you're a completist, watch it at the end of your completist, mission.
Yeah. Kind of a dud.
Yeah. So, next, Once Upon a Time in China 3, Part 3. This one, directed by Choi Hark again, and Jet Li and Rosamund Kwan return again. And they enroll in a dancing lion competition to stop an assassination plot. And that's the basis for this one.
Yeah.
What do you think about Part 3?
I was, again, beautifully directed. Cinematography is great. It's Choi Hark, right? But I just, what was that, like a 45-minute finale of lion dancing? Like,
yep.
How do you go from amazing ladder fight to Jet Li versus Donnie Yen to 45-minute lion dancing? What happened? The only thing that I liked about this movie was that you got more of the clubfoot character. I can't remember the guy's name. Bald guy. He's like kind of crazy.
Yeah.
He kind of he's almost like Jet Li's pet. I mean, like Wang Fei-hung's pet in a way. They became friends. But you got to see him fight a little bit more. I can't remember that guy's name, but that guy's an amazing martial artist. But he was the main villain in The Blade.
Oh.
That guy, bald guy.
Okay. Yeah.
The swords. Yeah. Why isn't that movie on Blu-ray?
Oh, I don't know. I just got a DVD.
I don't understand, why it's so hard to, I don't know.
That's a freaking classic.
That's another video for another day for us. But anyway, you get to see clubfoot a little bit more, and I like that. It's hard, not that much to like, man. Now, behind the scenes, I did hear that this was when Jet Li and Choi Hark kind of had a falling out. Behind the scenes, creative differences, which you can kind of see in the movie. It was like, where are we going with the plot in terms of direction? If that's true, then it kind of makes sense. But I don't really remember if they ever made a movie together again where he directed. Because even, we'll get to it later, but even Once Upon a Time in China 6, I believe Sammo Hung directed that.
Yeah, you're right.
So, yeah, it's kind of unfortunate because the first two movies were amazing. Like, if that's true, I'm not positive. That's what I heard.
Well, maybe, because Choi Hark and John Woo had a falling out with A Better Tomorrow 2, didn't they?
Oh, did they? I didn't know that.
I don't know. I thought I heard something like that. Maybe I'm wrong, but who knows?
You're probably right. But, yeah, this is a skip one, man. Again, if you're a completist, like I do have this really amazing Blu-ray released by Eureka, and, the third movie's in there, so fuck it, fine.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll watch it again. Maybe I won't be as hard on it, but it's just, the
plot isn't even really that good either. So you got kind of like a weaker plot and weaker action. So it's just kind of run-of-the-mill mediocre.
Yeah, at least have good action.
Yeah, something. You'll just forget about this after you're done watching it.
Yeah. Next.
It's a big one, baby. Big one.
All right.
Fong Sai Yuk. Fong Sai Yuk, the legend from 93.
Did you hear what I said? It's like Romeo Must Die.
Oh, boy. Yeah, well, we'll get to that one.
I'm kidding. Dude.
This one is big for me. This is one of my favorites from him.
We had a small, down the street from my house, me and my friend, he's Fat Ninja on the channel.
Oh, yeah.
And my friend Chris, we found this little small Korean video store, and we went inside there, and there was no English subtitles, there was nothing, but they had rare foreign movies that we can't just go up to Hollywood Video and rent, right? And I remember seeing the Fong Sai Yuk movie, the first one, and it was just the cover of him having like a billion arrows. Like he was like a bow and arrow, and he had like 30 arrows like this. And I was like, okay, we have to rent this movie. We have to. And the second one too was like when he has all the swords. You know, we were like, okay, we got to rent. We rented both of them. But yeah, I mean, eventually when I got around to seeing with the English subtitles, and I could see what's going on with the story. What a fun martial arts film. I really enjoyed it. And Jet Li's mother.
She's phenomenal.
Fong Sai Yuk's mom is the best.
Oh, she's great.
Was this the first introduction to Vincent Zhao?
For me?
No, I mean like for everyone. Was this his first movie or?
You might be right.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
I got IMDb open right now. Let me look it up. We got Vincent Zhao.
Let's do it.
I always used to call him Zhao Wen Zhao because that's what he was known. But going backwards, this is his first movie.
Woo,
dude, man, you know your stuff, man. I was thinking, he must have done something before this. No, this is what an intro.
His debut.
Wow.
And come on, Jet Li versus Vincent Zhao, that fight, the two duels they had.
Yeah.
Very creative.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Did Corey Yuen direct this?
Yes.
Okay. Was this the beginning of a pairing between Corey Yuen and Jet Li, as we'll see down the line? They do movies together, or he would help Jet Li with his fight choreography, especially with his American films?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, but the mother-son combined superpowered attack, where they're just doing all the punches, attack like that. It is hilarious. I could not stop laughing. But what a fun movie. Very fun.
The one scene that always just blows me away is the marriage fight. Where the lady like was looking for a suitor and he's just fighting and they go on top of the heads of the people in the crowd. That scene's awesome too, man.
Because at first it was like on poles, right?
Yeah.
And then they said, "Fuck it, we're gonna jump around and run around with the people, the crowd." It was hilarious.
Because if you hit the ground, you lose. You can't touch the ground.
Yeah,
that was an awesome scene.
That was great. And the fight with the end finale fight with Vincent Zhao was good too. And it was interesting because they were like at some point not underneath the house or underneath the platform.
Yeah, like a stage or something like that. Yeah.
And so they were fighting the whole time, but they had like very little room to navigate, and that was really entertaining. It was a blast.
Good death scene at the end too, involving dynamite or something. All right. So now we move on. Now, the next one here, all right, is one that's probably not as well known for sure. And that is, where are we, the legend? The Last Hero in China, also known as Claws of Steel, also from 93. All right. So this one is like, I want to say it's more like a goofier version of Once Upon a Time in China.
Yeah, he plays Wong Fei Hung again, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you have like one of the side characters is like Buck Teeth or something. He's running around or something.
I remember there's some good fighting in here. A little bit. Do you think it was a little bit too goofy and too weird for people to enjoy it? Especially with the end finale fight where, help my memory, but I could have sworn Jet Li does like Rooster style versus the villain Centipede style.
Something like that. Like he gets a short fight with Gordon Liu, kind of in the first half, and then I actually like the fights in this. You're right, because they're creative. You get the one where you have like it's at a festival, and you have a group of people in the dragon costume and a group of people in the centipede, and they fight each other in those. And then there's like a rematch with Jet Li and the Rooster by himself fighting the centipede.
Right.
And then you get the ending where he gets drunk. He actually does a drunken form at the end.
Yes. That was dope.
Yeah. So the fighting in this one delivers. I just thought the story was kind of, it's all right.
Yeah. And average story, lighter tone.
Mm-hmm.
Do you recommend it?
I would.
Okay.
I like it.
Especially over The Master.
Yes. Oh, yes. All right. The Legend, Part 2, Fong Sai Yuk 2. All right. So let me fire up the IMDb here. And this one...
No, go ahead.
This one is... It's directed by Corey Yuen again.
Okay.
I do enjoy it, but I do think it's a little bit of a downgrade from the first one.
Yeah, I don't understand why a lot of people, they rank this higher than the first one. I don't understand it. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Lotus Blossom, sword duel the fight at the end.
Yeah.
Where the petals are falling and he has are those Japanese katanas he's using? I don't know.
I don't remember.
Where did he get Japanese katanas? I don't know. But he had 80,000 swords that he was wearing. And he just went down the row of all these, bad guys and just destroys all of them. It's my favorite fight in the movie. Mm-hmm. And it's just so beautiful to watch. It's just it's the best part of the movie for me. But despite, the mom being great again, character, the main villain was weak, man.
Yeah.
He was weak. And even the end fight was weak.
Yeah.
Did they even fight?
Yeah, it was kind of a weird finish to the film.
Yeah, it's I think did he capture his mom or did he capture his love interest? I don't remember.
Captured his mom. Oh yeah, she's almost being hung to death at the end.
Right.
I actually did kind of like that scene because she's but they're so focused on her not being hung to death that the choreography was ramped back. Yeah. I think
it's still fun. There's still enjoyment out of it, but it's just I don't know, man. It was kind of a downgrade.
The other two scenes I liked were near the beginning. He fights dudes at a lantern festival at night, and he's got a pole with a lantern and fireworks at the end going off. That was kind of cool. And then that was cool. The bamboo stream fight where they're fighting on bamboo boats on the stream was pretty cool too.
Yeah, but, you get the action, you get the fights at least.
Yeah, the plot focuses on a love triangle thing, romance thing, which, but it's still a good flick. I recommend it. Just not as good as the first one.
It's definitely worth for the collection.
Oh yeah,
and it's better than the Master.
Oh yeah. So the Master's the one we're beating up on right now, just because it's kind of the easy choice, right? But we're gonna beat up on a few more. All right. Another 1993. He came out with 5 movies in 1993.
What?
The Legend, Last Hero in China, The Legend 2, and then our next two.
Okay.
So he was on fire. Or at least
That's
these films were released all the same year. The next one here is Tai Chi Master, also known as Twin Warriors.
That came out the same year as both Fong Sai Yuk movies.
According to IMDb, it did.
That is insane. Now, I believe this is Yuen Wu-ping, correct? Directed and did fight choreography.
That is correct, my friend.
Okay. I think this is one of his best. What do you think? I'll let you have the floor.
Okay.
Honest opinion.
I think it's good. I think it's good. This one, again, Michelle Yeoh co-stars, as well as Seo Ho Chin, who was in some other Jet Li films, as well as the Mr. Vampire films.
Yeah.
I like seeing him. I think he's underrated because he can move and he's fun to watch.
Yeah.
And this is the one, if everyone remembers. Again, it's another period piece. We're just period piece here. And this is the one where Michelle Yeoh, near the middle of the film, fights on top of the table. And she rips off the legs and uses them as stilts to beat the crap out of people. That's a good scene. Good violence.
Did she seem out of place? Or we just view her as such a big star. It was kind of odd that she kind of had a small role, maybe?
Yeah, maybe she's not blending in as well as something like Super Cop, with Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
They were really, equals doing. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. Yeah, but I like seeing her in it just because she's Michelle
she's
Yeoh.
Always a bonus.
There's some good sword duels in it.
Yeah,
this is the one where thankfully it's not a long segment, but Jet Li goes crazy and starts talking to ducks for a while, and then he learns he goes into the barrel of water and he learns the momentum stuff, and then he uses that. But yeah, I like it. It's good.
It's just It's just a bunch of leaves. He makes a ball out of leaves.
Yeah.
But yeah, the sword duel between him and how do you say his name again? Chin
Siu Ho.
Chin Su. Yes.
Chin is the family name. Sometimes I say the family name last, just out of.
I like their sword duel, man. You know, especially with the mist fog and kind of in the background. That was good shit.
It was like flaming logs, I think, too, at some point in the back.
But even the opening, when Jet Li's character was in Shaolin monk mode, that opening fight when the teacher was like pissed off at them, you know, like that was crazy with all the monks making this huge monk wall, like fortress of monks standing on each other, throwing staffs at. It's like Yuan Wuping, his fight choreography is insane. Like, how does he sit down and write this?
I don't know.
I want a monk wall. I want a fortress of monks. I mean,
my guess is that he gets like a big bottle of Chinese wine, and like after he's buzzed, he's just like, let's do this. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I would have to if I was going to do a top 10. If there's room for it, it would be probably number 10.
Okay.
Yeah, if there was room for it. So
yeah,
but yeah, it's very entertaining.
All right. Our next one here, again, one that I don't think a lot of people pay as much attention to, is Kung Fu Cult Master, the last film of his from '93.
Yes.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So this one is co-directed by Sammo Hung and Wong Jing. Now, in my opinion, Wong Jing is a pretty terrible director who's had a few highlights over his career.
What has he done? What's the highlights?
Oh my gosh. Well, there might be one later on that we'll cover tonight, but he's directed like director credits 114, and a lot of them are like low grade crap. I can't even. There's so many. It would take me like hours to go through them all.
That's another video.
Oh God, I hope not. But yeah, this one is it's listed as a wild and rocking martial arts fantasy extravaganza.
It's
with Jet Li, and you got Ching-Mi Yao, Colin Chow, and Francis Ng.
Right.
And Ekin Cheng has a cameo appearance.
Woo!
Apparently.
The legend.
Yeah. So this one was pretty good. It's got some weird fantasy elements to it. The favorite scene is with the scruffy old dude strapped to the boulder who uses like magical vines to attack people.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite scene.
This movie kind of blew my mind, like, because it was so crazy. Like, I wasn't prepared. I wasn't ready yet. Believe it or not, when I was trying to discover early Jet Li movies, after Lethal Weapon 4 came out and Black Mask, they had what is it again? It's a Kung Fu Cult Master.
Yeah,
that's how it was titled. And actually had it at Blockbuster Video, so I wasn't prepared for the craziness.
Wow,
how genres could get crazy in foreign cinema. I wasn't ready. So when I rented that, I was like, "Oh, this is insane! We got Jet Li flying in the air over armies, doing fireballs on the armies. Like, this is nuts, man!" But I was entertained.
All right, I think it's pretty good, but for some reason, maybe it's because I saw Colin Chow, Sammo Hung, and Francis Ng, and they didn't really do a whole lot in the movie. Yeah. Maybe I should give it a second watch. I was a little disappointed that they weren't really used as much. But
just for batshit crazy fantasy, it's entertaining.
Yeah.
And I think, I could be wrong, but at the very end of the movie, in the finale, is this the fastest master teaching his student a new style type of scenario ever in the history of martial arts films?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Because at the very end, Jet Li's getting his butt kicked. And then Sammo Hung comes out and starts teaching him this new style technique. And so Jet Li's like learning it at the same time while fighting the villain and defeats the villain. So that must be the fastest ever.
Well, hey, I'm sure even we could learn something from Sammo. You guys so good.
That's true.
All right.
Batshit crazy. What's next?
All right, now we get into like Jet Li's working with kids phase of his career. So we get New Legend of Shaolin, also known as Legend of the Red Dragon.
Yes.
Co-directed by Ko Yun and Wong Jing. So,
what'd you think? This is kind of a favorite to some people. This one is.
Well, it kind of, I don't know if it kind of irritates me right from the start, because like the opening scene is a direct ripoff of Lone Wolf and Cub, where he has his kid choose the path.
Yes.
It's could be considered an homage, but you know,
I guess.
I like the giant flaming log fight is in this.
Yeah.
And then the bad guy's like looks like Freddy Krueger. He's like all burnt to a crisp, and he shows up in this like metal silver tank. So I kind of like that aspect for sure.
Yeah.
Some of the loony aspects I like with this one.
Yeah.
Humor's pretty good.
Yeah.
Martial arts is pretty good.
And they have good chemistry together, Jet Li and the kid.
They do. The kid's
the little kid's a little badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I consider this to be like watchable fluff in my rankings. Watchable fluff.
It is. It's watchable fluff. It would not be on the top 10 of the samurai list.
No. So let's move on. Now the next one is the Bodyguard from Beijing, also known as the Defender. All right.
Right.
So this one is okay. Now we're back to a contemporary film. Now we're it's not a historical piece.
Modern day.
Yeah, modern day, and Jet Li needs to protect Christy Chung from Colin Chow and a bunch of baddies, right?
Right.
So this one, I like this movie. I think Jet Li and Christy Chung, they butt heads because she's kind of a spoiled brat, and he's doing all these things to protect her. Like, you got to do this in the house, and you can't do this. And I kind of like that dynamic. There's I like the shootout in the shopping mall just because of the number of undercover assassins that show up. I do like that scene. And Colin Chow, again, another guy that kind of gets wasted sometimes in his movies.
Yeah.
He's not wasted in this.
Yeah.
He's not. He gets some good scenes. I think, is this one where he kills the guy with a lobster claw in the morgue?
It's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah, but he gets a good fight at the end. Him and his thugs invade the house, and Jet Li fights them on. It's a good scene.
That's the best. That I remember liking the most, and especially when I think gas released in the apartment or house or whatever, and so Jet Li's like fighting the bad guys, but still covering his face.
He's trying to suck air out of like the water faucet or something.
Yeah, that was fun. It's fun. It's is it watchable fluff or is it a hair above it?
A hair above, I would say.
Yeah, Colin Chow, man. I mean, come on. Look at his infight with Donnie Yen in Flashpoint.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, that's how talented that guy is. But, yeah, it does seem like he's wasted sometimes.
Yeah. All right. We got a juggernaut. We got a Fist of Legend, 1994. Woo!
This is another one, man. You know what? Is this the one people should start with? Their Jet Li introduction. What do you think?
I probably would put it as the first one.
Yeah. I remember seeing this. My buddy had it on VHS, and I watched it, and I was just like, I was just like, holy crap. Obviously an homage to, Chinese Connection, a.k.a. Fist of Fury. And, man, I think, you know what? Did Yuan Wu-ping did the fight choreography of this too? I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure he did. I think so.
Okay. That explains. Not as much flying around in this one, though. More grounded, straight fight choreography. And, like, every fight was satisfying, man. And my favorite is my favorite fight, obviously, is the end fight. What's his name? Billy Chow? Billy Chow,
yeah.
Okay, Billy Chow. Real life kickboxer, by the way. He actually fought Benny the Jet Urquidez, so he's legit. That's the end finale fight. That's my favorite one. But second close favorite is
Yasuaki Karata.
Yes,
in the field.
Shoji, son. Shoji. Dude, that guy steals the movie. Like, especially when they start fighting blindfolded. They're like, fuck it.
Yeah. Well, the wind's getting in their eyes. Like, screw it. Let's just fight blind.
Yeah. Just, dude, like, it's just, everything is just, that ageless. Is that guy ageless?
Heck, even
Koji.
people laugh at me that the final fight scene in So Close is solid because of him.
Yes. Yes.
The two-on-one fight.
Dude. I mean, everything was just really, really well done. Now, for me, it's 5-star martial arts movie for me.
Okay.
Now I'm going to throw a little bit of shade that I've heard, throw a little bit of controversy for our viewers that are watching.
Oh no!
See what their opinion is and what your opinion is.
Uh-oh.
So I was watching a Donnie Yen either TV series or movie. It might have been his Kung Fu TV. No, it might have been his Fist of Fury TV series, the one Donnie Yen made.
Mm-hmm.
And he was on there with Bay Logan. And during the commentary, I could be wrong, but during how I heard it, but I remember it because I was like, "What? You got somebody's throwing some shade up in here." Donnie Yen, he said he has a lot of respect for Jet Li. Jet Li's his martial arts brother. He's a lot of respect for him. He did not like how he fought in Fist of Legend. Yes. Now,
well, it's westernized fighting style, right?
No. It's not this. It's not the fight choreography. He didn't think that Jet Li accurately portrayed Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do style in Fist of Legend. He thought that Jet Li looked a little awkward with his punching. What do you think of that?
Well, is he talking about the tiptoe? The tiptoe.
When Jet Li's character starts to bouncing around, kind of like Bruce a little bit, and then instead of fighting open-handed, he does his fists like this.
Oh, see, that's why I always got a little bit of a westernized twist to that. Because I'm not familiar with the intricacies of Bruce Lee's fighting style, but I always interpreted it as like a Western twist, like a Western boxing style twist to the style. Maybe that's why he doesn't like it.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with it though, because when I first saw the movie, because I was like, oh, he's doing a little bit of Bruce Lee style fighting now. That's how I looked at it. But he was throwing a little bit of shade. He still liked the movie, and he still has a lot of respect for Jet Li. Yeah. But he thought he didn't look fluid, and like he looked a little awkward. So, our viewers that are watching this, let us know what you guys think of that.
And there's another one. Donnie Yen interview. I don't know where it was. I might be thinking it wrong. The final fight in Once Upon a Time in China 2, they had different poles set up, and I heard Donnie Yen said that Jet took the easier poles to work with. And he was a little frustrated. He's like, okay, fine, I'll use the harder poles to work with.
Really?
Donnie's got a bit of an attitude, though. You never know with that guy.
Yeah,
he thinks very highly of himself.
That, and he probably could hold his own in a street fight.
Oh, yeah,
yeah. He's a little crazy like that. But yeah, I just thought I wanted to throw that extra little tidbit of juicy controversy about Fist of Legend. Still, 5-star movie for me. I still love the movie. But that is interesting.
One final thought on this is that this movie has balance in its portrayal of the Japanese characters, which you don't always see. You have likable Japanese characters in this, which I think it gives it a little bit more multidimensionality. So that's another thing I like about it.
That was smart. I'm pretty sure they knew they had to change it up for the modern audience.
Sometimes they don't, though.
That's true. That's true. All right.
Next one. All right. My Father is a Hero, also known as The Enforcer, from 1995.
Is this the second movie with the little kid?
Yeah. All right. So this one I'm not a big fan of. I'm just going to tell you. I think the story, it's kind of it's uneven. Like anytime you spend time with like the mom and the kid, it just kind of really like slows down and kind of drags the film out. I know where they were going for. They're going for more dramatic family aspect, but I wasn't really a fan of that. And the fighting's pretty good. I mean, he uses his kid as a yo-yo at one point, right?
Which is pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colin Chow and Ken Lo are here, but they're not really given that much to do until kind of the end. And it looks like it's going to be like an epic fight, and then the kid comes in, and it's like it turns into kind of a. So
it's been a while since I remember. I mean, since I watched it, I remember Kid Yo-Yo, and I remember Anita Mui being in the movie.
Yes,
Is she in the movie?
Yes, she helps.
Man, Ken Lo and Colin Chow were at the end.
It was it was a 2-on-1 fight with Jet Li, and and I was like, oh man, this is actually starting to get good. And then the kid shows up, and it turns into kind of like a comedy thing. So I was like, But directed by Corey Yun, so
passable fluff.
Yeah, maybe. I'd rather watch it over The Master, I think.
That's true. And so The Master is still that low bar. It's still the lowest so far.
Is it the lowest?
I think so. I mean, for
Probably,
us, so far. That might change.
Yeah.
When we get,
All right. The next one, also in 1995, Meltdown, also known as High Risk.
Okay. This is the Die Hard ripoff, right?
Yeah, you could start with this one.
Again, it's been so long since I've seen it. I just remember being a Die Hard clone. I remember Jackie Chung was in this, and he played like a martial arts star.
Yeah.
Maybe doing a lot of Bruce Lee isms, like whoa. I remember him doing a lot of that. Kind of goofy, really goofy. And at the very end, he somehow channels the real martial artist in himself.
Yeah.
Was he wearing the Game of Death outfit?
I think so. Yeah.
And he just goes off on the bad guy. So I don't remember that much, man. Just that, and I don't remember hating it. What do you think?
I like this one more than most do. I think maybe because it's like a refreshing change of pace where he does period films. This is like just condensed, no fat, not much of a story, just action, Die Hard ripoff.
Yeah.
I like the opening scene, which takes place on a bus full of children and doesn't end quite like you expect it will. There's also the helicopter crash as it comes through like the building was good. And the best fight in the movie is the Jackie Chung, Billy Chow fight. I'm like, what? Yeah, so that was cool.
Yeah.
And then some other, best line of dialogue I have written here. The bad guy, who I think is pretty good, he's kind of like a suave Chinese dude. He throws a director out of a window of the building and he dies. And then he says, I did you all a favor. His films were insipid and lacked cinematic efforts. So I thought that line was fantastic.
It's brilliant.
And some controversy that I read about this one. Apparently, because this was co-directed by Wong Jing, and he apparently took a shot at Jackie Chan in this. Because Jackie Chung's character is apparently supposed to be like Jackie Chan, where he doesn't know what he's doing. That's what because Wong Jing and Jackie Chan apparently had a falling out at one point when they made City Hunter or something like that. That's what I heard. So
wow.
It's just another little tidbit.
Throwing some shade.
This is one I'm going to add to my collection because it's one that I could just turn my brain off. It's like fast food, martial arts. I kind of like it.
I remember being entertained. I remember liking it. It's been so long. I'll have to revisit it.
It's stupid. It's pretty dumb, but I don't mind.
Yeah, but as long as it's dumb fun.
All right, the next one I have not seen, and that's Dr. Y in the Scripture with No Words from 1996 or whatever.
I got nothing. I saw it once. I was like, what is happening? I guess it's a fantasy. I don't know if it's based off of a novel. It's a very adventure-esque, maybe almost Indiana Jones-like.
Yeah.
I got nothing. So, sorry.
I mean, it's got a good side cast. Rosamund Kwan again. Takeshi Kanashiro's in it. Colin Chow and Billy Chow, but... Yeah, maybe we'll try to track it down sometime. Give it a watch.
We'll revisit. We'll check it out.
All right, another one here. I think I like it better than you do.
Okay.
I think I do. We got Black Mass, 1996. Do I have to go first and attempt to defend this junk?
Go first.
This is the one where, again, a contemporary. Maybe it's because it's contemporary, and I find a refreshing change of pace. You get Jet Li fighting against the Chinese version of Ozzy Osbourne. He looks just like I just can't stop thinking of Ozzy. He's got the black hair, the glasses. It adapts from other American films. I get a Universal Soldier vibe out of this a little bit.
Yeah.
Brainless. It's just totally just stupid. Like the opening scene, he's in like a little cage, like with open bars. These guys are shooting 1,000 bullets, and none of the bullets get through the bars and hit him, and he's like spinning around. And but it's just action trash. It just doesn't waste time. It just keeps going and going. The final fight, I think, is legit good. It transitions to, a room filled with gas, and then it goes out, and I thought it was cool. Oh, and this is the movie that introduced me to Lau Ching-wan, the supporting actor, who is awesome in like everything he does. Right. So I really like his presence. And Karen Mock.
What's some of the movies he was in?
Oh, he's been in a lot of Johnny To films.
Okay.
He was in a romance film I really like. He's been in a bunch of stuff. And then I might actually do a double feature of this and Meltdown later in the week.
You should. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, just crack open some tequila or something, just go nuts. I recommend it.
So the reason why I have a little different opinion, hey, don't get me wrong, I bought it. I bought 2 copies. Oh,
the Cantonese version and then the US version?
Yes. So again, the fighting at the end is cool, and if you're a collector of superhero type films, you probably would have to have that in your collection, because that's what it is. It's kind of a superhero type movie. I mean, he's got the mask on. The reason why I don't really love it as much, but then again, I haven't watched it in years. If I watch it now, you never know. I might like it, but excuse me. I went from Fist of Legend to that.
Oh my goodness. Within the opening 5 minutes, you must have been shaking your head like, what is this?
So when Lethal Weapon came out, that was when I was, who's this Jet Li guy? I was hunting movies, and Fist of Legend was the next movie I saw. And then I saw a trailer for Black Mask, and I was like, holy shit, it's that Jet Li guy. Holy shit, he looks like Kato, the character that Bruce Lee played in the Green Hornet TV series. Holy shit, what is this? And then every fucking fight scene had to have rap music. It just drove me nuts. Like every single fight had to have rap. And it bugged me. So when I finally found the Cantonese version, I was so excited, because I was like, at least, I'm not too crazy about the film, but it's got some good action at the end. But at least I won't have fucking rap music. So I buy the Cantonese version, and then it just has really bad, cheesy James Bond music instead. So I can't win. Bad James Bond music or bootleg hip-hop. But, again, if I watch it again, remember, it's been, since the 2000s since I've seen it? If I watch it again, I might enjoy it.
All right.
Yeah,
all right.
But Fist of Legend to that, that's what happened.
Well, yeah, All right, so we're back to the franchise for this one here. I'm going to go to you for this one to start. Once Upon a Time in China and America from '97, directed by Sammo Hung. You got Jet Li and Rosamund Kwan returning.
All right, so this came out in '97. When did Shanghai Noon come out?
Ooh, I'm not sure. It had to have been after Rush Hour, right? Rush Hour was '98. Oh,
yeah. The only reason I'm asking is because that's all I saw while watching this movie. It was very similar to Shanghai Noon. Jackie Chan was with the Indians. Jet Li was with the Indians. I mean, he has a partner, a Caucasian partner with blonde hair.
Billy. Hey, Billy.
Yeah. So I was just kind of like, is this the Owen Wilson ripoff? Like, dude, I was like, is this? That's what I'm asking. Like,
now you're saying that, yeah.
When did Shanghai Noon come out? But I unfortunately, when I first watched it, it was a bad DVD copy, so the subtitles were all screwed up. And since that day, I have not found a good version of it. Do you have
Hmm.
one? Do you have a good version of that movie?
No, it's streaming on Amazon right now, I think, but I'm not sure how that version is.
It's on Amazon Prime.
I think so.
Oh, I did not know that.
You might have to pay a few
Okay.
bucks, but it's on there
I'll have to
for
watch it
rent.
again. Okay, I have to watch it again. It was really bad. So storyline wise, I kind of didn't really know what was happening that much because the subtitles were bad.
Yeah.
But I do remember I was entertained here and there, but I do remember excuse me. There was a scene where Wang Fei Hung lost his memory. Do you remember that? He lost his memory, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And Clubfoot, the character I was talking about, was the highlight of the third Once Upon a Time in China movie. Clubfoot, that character returns, and he kind of dresses up a little bit similar to Donnie Yen's character from the second movie. And he has he puts a bucket on his head, which is supposed to kind of resemble the hat. And then he has like a bootleg staff, and he's even posing like Donnie Yen's character. And he's trying to get Jet Li to remember. So then we get a Clubfoot bootleg fight against Wang Fei Hung, and he starts to remember a little bit. That's the only thing I remember from that movie. Am I insane? Did that happen?
Yeah, I think so. The problem is that anytime you throw in amnesia as and it wasn't just like a short scene. It was like half it's like the entire middle of the film where Jet Li loses his memory. He was walking around, hanging out with people. I'm like, what is this?
Didn't he think he was an Indian?
Yeah, something like that. And then you're spending just as much time with Billy, freaking Owen, not Owen Wilson or whatever. He's hanging around doing a bad Wild West act because it's like a Wild West movie, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just and another thing, I remember, and I'm surprised Sammo Hung directed this because some of the action I didn't like how it was shot. There was some close-ups and the camera moved too much and I didn't like it. I didn't really like how the action was. Yeah. I remember not liking this.
I don't remember the end finale action fight. Was there even one? Did he fight anyone at the end? I don't even remember.
I don't even remember.
All I remember was his fight with Clubfoot. That was it. So yeah, it's a pass. It's a pass. Yeah. It makes you wonder if Once Upon a Time in China 4 and 5, starring Vincent Zhao as the character of Wang Fei Hong, it makes you wonder, did those movies bomb and they got desperate and brought Jet Li back? Because it's kind of strange. All of a sudden, Jet Li's back. So I don't know. But yeah, it's a pass. Now you're making me not want to buy it on Amazon Prime now.
Oh, you'll need some booze, I think, with this one.
I might have to watch Black Mask over the movie.
Oh, definitely. Black Mask is a masterpiece compared to this. Now, again, we're hitting some duds, dude. I'm telling you, the next one, it's Contract Killer, also known as The Hitman from 1998. Now, this one is two hitmen band together to find the king of killers for whom there is a large reward. So this is the one with Erik Sang.
Okay.
Erik Sang hires Jet Li, and then you got Simon Yam as a cop on his tail. That's the plot.
Right.
This one is just flimsy. It's kind of slow paced. You don't even get you don't get a legit action sequence till almost the hour mark.
Yeah.
The memorable fights in this are the hour mark fight is the dude who has the ring that blinds you. That was kind of cool. I like that scene.
The little flashlight.
Yeah, and he fights him twice in the film. Yeah. But this movie isn't terrible. It's not dumpster juice. It's not dumpster juice, but it's just kind of mediocre to me.
Yeah, I agree. It's like when you see Jet Li in a movie called Hitman, you kind of get excited. And all I remember was flashlight ring guy, and they fight at the end, and that's it. That's all I remember from this movie. Yeah. I think I remember one little thing because it made me laugh, and it was, I think, Erik Sang, one of the Lucky Stars, right? He's one of the Lucky Stars, I believe.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I believe he's trying to get him go through a wardrobe. He's trying to get Jet Li a new wardrobe, and at some point, he keeps coming out with these different outfits, and he comes out dressed as Leon from The Professional.
Oh, okay.
Did you get that? I don't know if
Yeah.
you got that gag, but
Okay.
he has the bean. He's got the black beanie. He's got the glasses. I think he even comes out holding the plant. Yeah, yeah. I remember that and the end fight, and that's it, man. It was passable fluff.
Not to me, it isn't.
No?
Or no, it's what's my rating? No, I did not rate it as passable fluff, but if you want to elevate it to passable, that's fine.
I think I'd rather watch High Risk.
Yeah, Meltdown and Black Mask.
Yeah, we're getting some. What's going on here?
Well, it's it happens to everyone, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, hopefully we get a good one this next one here.
No, we go to Jet Li's second foray into America. You had the Master. No. This one is Lethal Weapon 4.
Okay.
Lethal Weapon 4, 1998.
That's fine.
And
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I actually, you know what? I actually like it a little better than Lethal Weapon 3, in my opinion.
I do too.
I do. I think that
better
it's a little. Yeah. Yeah, I like the scene where Mel Gibson's dragged behind the truck and he takes a piece of wood and throws it through the windshield. I like stuff like that.
Yeah. It was really entertaining overall. It was a great love letter to the fans. I'm hearing rumors of Lethal Weapon 5. I really hope they don't do that. I really hope. Lethal Weapon 5. We are too old for this shit.
Just bring back Gary Busey then, if you're just gonna do that.
Gary Busey. But whatchamacallit, very entertaining movie. What's funny is watching the behind the scenes of Lethal Weapon 4. Richard Donner was a little nervous and wasn't sure about casting Jet Li as the villain. This was a recommendation. But the reason why was because everything he's seen of Jet Li, he looks like a baby face. Jet Li's like, smiling. He's really nice, right? And then Jet Li had to prove to him, totally transform his face to complete cold, complete cold, stone cold killer. And once he did that, Richard Donner was like, oh, okay, you're good. You're going to be a great villain. Has he played a villain since, or recounting Warlords?
Actually, we'll get to that. That's kind of one of my problems with that film. But the one, technically, he's a bad guy.
Yes.
And War, he was technically we'll get to that.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, I actually really like him as a bad guy.
Entertaining.
I think he does a damn good, and this is the first movie I saw him in. So definitely made an impression on me. Yeah, and even the final fight. I mean, you got Mel Gibson and Danny. It was a pretty good final fight. I liked it.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun, and he said very little.
Yeah.
The one thing I remember him saying all the time was, in Hong Kong, you'd be dead.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, shit, about to go down.
And then at the end, when his brother dies and Gibson and Glover stand like, oh, crap. like, I don't know, man. We better get out of here. And then they're like, nah, let's stay.
But yeah, it was fun. What's next? I'm scared. I'm scared for what's next.
You should be.
Oh, what is it?
Romeo Must Die. 2000, baby. Woo! So you get Jet Li here. No, I actually rewatched this one this week. And I got to be honest with you. I actually kind of like the story. Kind of like the story to this. It's kind of interesting.
I own it. I have it on DVD. I admit it.
Yeah, I mean, you got some good. I actually think Aaliyah did good in the lead.
Yeah,
she
did.
Very, very natural performance. She seemed natural. And then you get Delroy Lindo and Isaiah Washington were good. I mean, it's got some good acting in it. And Russell Wong, I kind of like as a bad guy. As like a villainous character.
Vanishing Son, right? It's an old martial arts TV show. I thought he was the star of that.
I didn't see
Maybe
that.
I'm not sure.
But the story I think is good. It's the fighting that kind of lets the movie down a little bit. There are a few good scenes, but
I mean, the end fight I guess is the best with Russell Wong.
I did like the motorcycle chase where the guy jumps in the air and shoots at the car. That's a pretty cool scene, but
it's because what year was that again?
2000.
And that's why, because The Matrix came out in 1999. So
the wire work in this was atrocious.
Yeah, everything was wire-fu.
And it wasn't good. It was where a person will be up in the air and they'll just flip 15 times in one spot.
Did we need Jet Li flying through the air when he was playing football?
Yeah.
Did we need that? Is that possible? Really?
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember at the time, MTV was really hyping that movie up because, Whatchcall's in it. And I remember them, like, really hyping it up like, oh, man, wait till you see these fight sequences. They're going to blow you away. They're like some of the best fight scenes I've ever seen.
Wow.
And me being stupid, I'm over here going, woo, I can't wait to see it, But the end fight with Russell was the only solid fight. I like the, Sonny Chiba Street Fighter style. We had the X-ray view.
Yeah.
When he fucked up his neck, that was fun. But yeah, everything was. What's funny? It didn't help that the wire work was bad. That didn't help, and we didn't have a good balance of grounded fighting with the wire work. That didn't help either. But I remember because everyone's new to this stuff. I remember. I don't know if it was Siskel and Ebert, but there was a film critic that I heard that said that the fight sequences didn't work in Romeo Must Die. We know why they didn't work. I just said why they didn't work, like you said. But he said the reason why the fight scenes didn't work in Romeo Must Die was because there's no explanation of why they could fly around. Like The Matrix, there's an explanation. There's a reason why they could fly around. And I was like, all right, this guy doesn't understand the genre.
No.
Shut the fuck up. You don't get out. You don't understand.
A lot of people are like that now. After The Raid came out, everybody wants the choreography to be like The Raid, grounded. And anytime a wire is used, some people get upset about it. I'm not like that, though. But
it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard because I like both. I like both when done right.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard now because we're kind of spoiled. And if you go back to the early martial arts movies, the early Shaw Brothers films and movies back in the day, there wasn't really that many wires. And there was that grounded sense of weapon combat and fighting, So it's like, are we going back to the old school now, but in a good way?
Right.
So I think it just depends on the genre.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the genre you're watching. But yeah, Romeo Must Die, I just don't ever see myself watching it ever again. Even though I have it.
If anybody does watch it, I'd say watch it for the story, which is pretty good. You know what I mean? Just don't expect a high quality action in it.
Yeah. And was it Anthony Anderson?
Oh yeah, he was in it too.
He called him dim sum the whole movie.
Yeah.
And
you lose some, you dim sum.
Dim sum. Dim sum, you win some, and dim sum, you lose.
Yeah.
So there was some moments of entertainment.
Yeah.
There's some moments.
All right.
But is it better than The Master?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. And the next one, I'm really interested in hearing your opinion on this one. I'm going to let you go first. Kiss of the Dragon. Kiss of the Dragon from 2001.
You know what? I might get a lot of flack. I might be in the minority. I think this is an underrated Jet Li movie.
Yeah.
Yes, you agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really do. I had no expectations at all. And then me and Fat Ninja went to go see it in the theater. And we were like, dude, this is the Jet Li we've been missing. This is the Jet Li we haven't seen in a while. Man, the fight in the dojo was great. The fight at the end was great. I forget the name of the actor. The blonde.
Cyril Raffaelli.
Is he French? Is he French?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's badass.
I love him.
Yeah, District
B13.
B13, yeah.
He was in Die Hard 4. He helped to make that more watchable.
Yeah, yes. We haven't seen that guy in a while, huh?
No, man. I was really hoping that guy would take off. Because he's good, man.
Maybe the sequel to District B13 kind of ruined it.
Maybe.
But anyway, what an amazing fight. Grounded, badass. And I actually was okay with the rap music.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I had issues with it with Black Mask because it was in every single fight scene.
Yeah.
this one, Kiss of the Dragon soundtrack, to kind of mix it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But it felt like it fit
Yeah,
Kiss
yeah.
of the Dragon for some reason more. But man, just punch, palm fake out, punch. And that was from Fist of Legend. He first did that from Fist of Legend.
Yeah,
so,
with Billy Chow, yeah.
Yeah, we had a pretty fun villain.
Oh, Checky Cario is always so evil in his villain roles.
I liked his death scene, too. That was great. What did you think of Bridget Fonda?
I have kind of mixed feelings about her. I think first movie I ever saw her in was the La Femme Nikita remake, Point of No Return. I liked her in that.
Yeah.
And then I think she does a pretty good job. She's, I guess, a little bit whiny at times, but I think she does a good job of being vulnerable, you know. And I think there is a little bit of a connection, you know, between her and her kid, even though they're not even on screen at all, really, until the end together.
Right. Do you think her and Jet Li had good chemistry, or it was good enough?
No, I liked it. I liked it.
Yeah, I did too. Are we missing anything besides highly recommending this badass movie that everyone forgot about?
No, I think it's just there are a few script writing contrivances. You know, you just gotta forgive that. Like, she just so happens to be walking in front of his hideout, right? Yeah, it's kind of a coincidence, but I don't care about that. It's a solid flick. I like it a lot.
Yeah, highly recommended. Corey Yuen, did he direct that one?
No, this was Chris Nahon.
Okay.
What else did this
Corey?
guy?
I wonder if Corey did the fight choreography.
Probably. And technically, this is a French production too. It's like a French-American co-production because a lot of it was filmed in France too. So they probably had a French. Oh yeah. Ooh, this guy directed Blood the Last Vampire live action. Ooh, yeah. So anyway,
that's another video.
Yeah. So the next one, another one that's just, I have no idea what you're going to think of this one.
Okay.
He is the one from 2001.
Okay. All right. Again, if I go back and watch Black Mask and watch it through your eyes, I may have the Jet Li the One experience again, because I consider that fun trash.
Okay.
Jet Li's the One fun trash. I consider it. And again, did no expectations. Just saw the trailer. Was like, oh, Jet Li versus Jet Li. All right, Fat Ninja, let's go. Went to the theater. Saw some unknown guy with hair by the name of Jason Statham. That guy's career. That guy went nowhere. And was it Delroy Lindo?
Again, yeah, he comes.
Another good actor. I'm joking about Jason Statham, by the way. But yeah, it was ridiculous. Drowning pools, let the bodies hit the floor was in the movie because
soundtrack is good in this though.
Yeah, you know, and the plot in terms of sci-fi wibbly wobbly goobly gobbly babble. Sure, fine. Fuck it. We got different dimensions and versions of us out there, and the evil Jet Li version is going around killing all the other Jet Lis and becoming stronger, and we got good Jet Li versus bad Jet Li. I thought for the time, the special effects for the time, and the way they did the fight choreography, where, you know, Jet Li would fight the stunt double, and it would show them together, CG, you know, both of them together. I thought it was well done for the time.
I do agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was looking for it once the fight started. I started looking for it, and it was pretty convincing.
Yeah, it's over the top, cheesy, fun, and man, was Jet Li really hamming it up and having a blast. I mean, he was having, which was again making us have fun.
Yeah,
like, he was out, you know, and you got to do the line at the end of the movie, man. You got to do the line.
I'm nobody's bitch.
Jet Li gets sent, the evil Jet Li gets sent to that, what was it, interdimensional prison or hell or whatever. And it's just nonstop inmates coming up to fuck with him. And the movie is amazing. It pans away. Before it pans away, we have the, I'm nobody's bitch. Jet Li says that, you guys. Jet Li just says that. He just got gangster, okay? Then the camera Like, he starts fighting all the inmates, like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And then the camera pans slowly back to another nu metal song. I don't know which one it was.
Yeah.
It pans back, and you just see far away legions of inmates going up the mountain, going up the hill, whatever the fuck, to fight Jet Li, and he's fighting all of them. You have lightning coming down in the back. It was a fucking metal music video, and I was just like, that's how you end the movie. That's how you end the fucking movie. It's fun. Guilty pleasure.
So my thoughts on this one. Okay, this one, and remember, Carla Gugino is in it too, as his wife. And yeah, the plot in this one just falls apart as soon as you start thinking about it. But I remember I actually skipped this for a while. And when I saw the trailer, because I'm a big fan of The Matrix. The movie's called The One, and you got like Matrix style like stuff, and I'm like, oh no, like I'm not gonna skip it. But then when I eventually saw it and I started watching it, I'm like, oh, this is actually a ripoff of Highlander, where he's like accumulating power from killing other people that are.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and but it works. Like I said, you know, it's fast. Like I'm telling you, like me and you, like we understand just action trash. You know, we understand it. You know, give me a good pace, give me a lot of action, some funny moments, maybe intentional or unintentional. I'm good, and that's kind of what this movie does. And yeah, I thought it was pretty entertaining, fast paced. Jet Li's a bad guy. Soundtrack is good. Oh,
you're never bored.
One of the funniest scenes of any Jet Li movie when they're doing the screenshots of the Jet Lis that have died.
Yes,
you see Jet Li with dreadlocks, like laughing. And then he's got like the boy band, like J-pop, like blonde hair. And the next, that is phenomenal.
Is he holding a cigarette?
I was laughing so hard. And there's also a mouse bomb. They attach a bomb to a mouse and it explodes to release Jet Li from his prison.
Oh my god!
Beginning of the movie. So yeah. You know, I'm not sure I would place it quite as high as Meltdown and and the other one, but it's. I can sit through this very easily.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But it's stupid.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's fun. Stupid fun. You're never bored. But yeah, where's that movie? Jet Li with dreadlocks. We need that movie.
Oh, man. And the expression on his face, like, oh. All right. So we hit a few good guilty pleasures here. I like that.
Yeah.
The next one. All right. The next one is a big one. Hero from 2002, directed by Zhang Yimou, who's actually quite an excellent director who has a ton of really good movies under his belt. Loaded cast, you know, Jet Li, Tony Leung, Little Tony, Maggie Chung, Zhang Ziyi, Donnie Yen. It's just ridiculous. So this movie, you know, I got to see it in theaters when it came out. One of the most beautiful films I've ever seen in a theater.
It's gorgeous.
Visuals are just unbelievable. And they're
it's still beautiful.
I like the story. It's got some nice twist. It's almost kind of like Harakiri a little bit when you think about it, where he's sitting there and he's changing up the story. You know, the story kind of changes a little bit.
Yeah.
Compared to what you think it is. I just thought of that.
With a little mixture of Rashomon.
Yeah.
And each version's, each different version of the story of what happened throughout the movie, they have a different color palette.
Yeah.
But dude, it's, you know, thankfully, due to the success of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, we probably would not have had Hero released here, or House of Flying Daggers. Yeah. Never would have got released here in America. So we were very fortunate to see it, experience it on the big screen. But man, you know, it's more of a drama. Mm-hmm. It's more of a drama, but the fighting is very well done. And come on, we have a rematch between Jet Li and Donnie Yen.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, you don't even need to watch the rest of the movie. You could just, we recommend you watch the movie, but you could just watch that fight scene from beginning to end and just show, you don't have to know what's happening. You don't have to know the characters' backgrounds. You don't have to know, you just watch. And it's so just amazingly choreographed, if that's a word. It's so beautiful to look at. The soundtrack's amazing. It just puts you in awe, and you watch it, and it's almost like two of the greatest dancers of all time are dancing together. And it's just, it brings an emotional response out of you, even though if you don't even really know what's happening.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's powerful. And that's just one scene out of this movie.
Yeah. Now, the one criticism I have of this is that the ending, all right, I get what they were going with Jet Li. That's fine.
Right.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not sure exactly if I agree with the moral of that story, but it's the second ending after that. I don't really like it. The Tony Leung, Maggie Chung finish. I don't know. I
Remind
really
me, remind me again, because it's been so long.
It's basically, Tony Leung. Well, Maggie Chung's pissed at Tony because he agrees with Jet Li's decision at the end of the movie. Right. And Maggie was trying to convince Jet Li to go through with his mission.
Yeah.
So she's mad at Tony, and she takes out her sword to fight him. You know what I mean? Okay. Assuming they would just do a sparring match, and Tony allows her to get that hit in at the end.
Oh, okay.
And then she gets depressed, and then she does something, and I was like, I don't know about that. Yeah. For an ending of this movie. Yeah. So I didn't really like the very end of it, but everything else is solid.
Yeah. Would you put this in the top 10?
I probably would, yeah. Yeah.
Great movie.
And we go from Hero. All right, we go from Hero from 2002, and we roll right to 2003 with a movie that's even better. Cradle to the Grave.
Oh, God.
No,
Are you serious?
No, I'm joking.
That's the next movie.
That's the next movie. So we get Jet Li, and X gonna give it to you. He gonna give it to you, DMX. You know what I'm saying? DMX went on his little action streak at this point in time.
Kelly Hu was in that movie, too.
Yeah. Tom Arnold, Mark Dacascos, Gabrielle Union, and Johnny Nguyen, the Vietnamese action star, is in this, too, for its cameo.
Yeah. That guy's badass.
This movie's really dumb, and it's pretty cheesy. Not enough action. You know,
go ahead.
It's kind of like Romeo Must Die, except the story isn't as good. That's basically how you describe this movie.
Was Jet Li bored throughout this movie to where he didn't want to fight with both hands?
I don't know.
Almost a lot of the fight scenes, he's got his hand in his pocket. I don't know if you remember that. He has his hand in his pocket and he's just fighting like this. Like, was he just that? Like, can we just get this over with? You know. I remember he fought a lot of UFC fighters. I remember Tito Ortiz and Randy Couture were in a cage. I don't remember the fight being great though. But all I wanted to get to, because in the trailer, the movie was terrible. The movie's horrible. But all I wanted to get to was the trailer, because I saw on the trailer. This is my reaction. Oh my God. Jet Li's gonna fight Mark Dacascos. I have to see this movie.
And that's all I saw. There's flames all around them,
dude. So you get to the finale. It's raining. The flame. You get a whole flaming ring. It looks so badass. Jet Li, Mark Dacascos, badass scene. Background. Let's do this. This could be an amazing fight that could salvage kind of the movie. And I was so angry that every time that, as soon as they started fighting, let's cut to fucking DMX's pointless bullshit fight. Cut back to Jet Li and Mark Dacascos. Cut. Let's go see what Kelly Hu and Gabrielle Union's fucking bullshit fights do. I got so mad. I was so frustrated. I was so mad. I was like, why did you fucked it up? You fucked it up. So yeah, fuck Cradle to the Grave.
Yeah, this one's
I don't know, man. Cradle to the Grave, Below the Master, I don't know. Or equal.
I don't know.
Yeah. Or wait, Once Upon a Time in China 6.
Ooh, that one's pretty brutal too, yeah.
Yeah. So is the Master above America?
I would say yes. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
The Master. All right.
So America's low.
The worst so far.
I think so. That will change.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to hear what you have to say. Is this Cradle to the Grave just as bad as this or lower? I'm going to say lower, man.
Really? I could
Yeah.
probably sit through Cradle to the Grave better.
You think so?
I might disagree a little bit, but
So it's a tie then.
okay.
They're both like this.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I have nothing more to say.
It features the worst sniper in movie history. Like, the dude doesn't hit anything the whole film. Like, the little girl's running across this airport thing, and some dude's chasing her, and he like can't hit the guy. Like, he's like shoots like 50 million times. But whatever.
I don't even remember.
So we need an improvement here, and we're going to get one, in my opinion. We are getting an improvement.
All right.
Unleashed from 2005.
Yes. Lady Fat Blood is over here giving the thumbs up.
Yes. So what are your thoughts on Unleashed?
Another, in my opinion, Danny the fucking dog, in my opinion, another underrated Jet Li movie. Like, people forgot, they don't even know this movie exists. It's like martial arts fans, don't you know that he fights Scott Adkins for a little bit? In a pit? You know Scott Adkins is in there. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the pit. I was thinking of I was thinking of Expendables 2 or something. I'm sorry, that was a different movie.
Yeah. No, when he's in that pit fighting multiple people with weapons and stuff, and they got that female fighter.
Yeah.
One of the fighters in there is Scott.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Yeah. So great main villain played by, Bob Hoskins. Hoskins or Hopkins? I'm sorry.
Hoskins, I think.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm horrible with names. He's just so over the top and just deliciously evil.
Yeah.
And, Jet Li's really good at playing these kind of Jet Li has so much charisma. He could command a performance. And then he can play these very vulnerable characters. I think at this part, as an actor, I think he's starting to grow a little bit. And, I love the blind Morgan Freeman character, and they take him in, and they try to shelter this horrible, character, and him raised up as a child in these horrible conditions and basically being trained to be a rabid killer. And I would have to say, let me know if you agree, up to this point, have we not seen Jet Li this ferocious?
Probably.
Like, rabid, ferocious, a rabid dog in a way.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think I've seen Jet Li this brutal as a character prior to Unleashed.
I would probably agree with that.
He fucks some people up. People get fucked up. People get destroyed. Did you see the extended version? The one that came out on DVD and Blu-ray?
I don't know.
Well, when it was released on home video, they had a few more minutes of footage.
Oh, okay. I probably did.
That pit fight where he's fighting a female character, and that's longer.
Okay.
It's longer and more brutal. They had to censor it for the theatrical over here. But I like the story. You care about the characters. I like when he fights that bald, like, kind of monk guy
in the small path, the small corridor.
Dude, they were like, was it a restroom?
Yeah, kind of.
Dude, that was dope. And like, nobody talks about this movie. I don't know, man. I don't know. We're gonna have to do something and let people. Well, we're doing it now in a way, letting people know how awesome the movie is. But yeah, man, very underrated in my opinion. Especially for his, for his mainstream movies where Americans are aware of his existence.
Yeah. I think maybe the trailer people saw, because I didn't see this in the theater. I felt like it would not be a fun movie to watch. I think it might have been the problem.
Too serious, too like, ugh.
Yeah.
They saw Jet Li going berserk, and they were like,
or maybe they thought it would be more of a drama, which it kind of is, but it worked.
Yeah.
If the drama didn't work, it definitely would, so you didn't really know. But
it's
definitely
a badass movie. Very underrated.
People should watch it.
I'm glad you like it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think there is a little bit of nuance between Hoskins and Lee in terms of his manipulation, because he's mean to him, but then other times he's nice to him. He just strings him along. and manipulates his mind, like what happened to his mom. Like, oh, don't you remember? I was buddy with your mom, stuff like that.
That guy's great.
It's good. Good flick.
Yeah. Smashing.
And we continue our next one here. We continue on this good streak, in my opinion, with Fearless from 2006.
Lady Fat Blood giving her thumbs up over here.
Directed by Ronnie Yu.
Yes.
And
where is he?
Let's see here.
What happened?
Well, he did a few, he did some American stuff. But his last film was Saving General Yang, which was actually a pretty solid flick, I thought. But that was 2013.
Yeah, it's like he disappeared, man. I mean, that guy needs to come back.
Yeah.
But, dude, in my opinion, again, we were lucky to see this in theater. You saw it in theater also?
Yeah, I saw this one in theater.
Very fortunate to have that pleasure to see it in theater. Now, in my opinion, this is Jet Li's finale. This is the proper exit to his film career.
Okay.
And they were kind of hyping it up in a way that this could be Jet Li's last movie.
Oh, you're right. I remember hearing that.
Yeah. But it kind of felt that way.
Yeah.
A little bit. And we're going to get to the movies he made after this. That's why I'm kind of Fearless is how I want to remember Jet Li. I mean, he's still alive, you know what I mean? But Fearless is how I want to remember Jet Li's career. Is that movie, because that movie, cinematography was great, characters were great, the acting was great, the music was great, fight choreography was badass, and it just oh man, it was just fucking great. What are your thoughts?
This is a very high quality film, just overall. It has a dramatic impact to it. It's very nice, very nicely shot, and the fights, man. There's one with Nathan Jones. It's pretty solid. That was a good one. There's a restaurant fight that's good at night.
Yes.
And then the only thing I would say is, what do you think about this? Because I was thinking to myself, they have the 4-part tournament, but they put the first 3 fights at the beginning of the movie, and then they do flashback throughout the whole film, and then put the 4th part at the end. Do you think it would have worked better to put all 4 at the end? Because the first 3 are really short. You know what I mean?
Right.
I was just thinking, I don't know, maybe it would have worked.
The movie still works, but in terms of building tension and suspense, you probably could have put it at the end, because the movie does not take long when it comes to a fight scene. No. When you see the young and cocky version of the Jet Li's character challenging people, I mean, it does not take long for action to get going. So, did you see the extended version?
I'm not even sure.
And Michelle Yeoh's in that.
I don't think I saw it then.
Okay. I like both versions. Both versions work. I know a lot of people, they kind of like the extended version a lot more. But basically Michelle Yeoh's character is she's in modern era. And they're kind of pushing for Wushu to be in the Olympics. She's kind of talking about how important Wushu is and all that stuff. If I got that wrong, I apologize. But I've only seen the extended version once, and I did like it. But I think there was one part in the movie where Jet Li's character disappears for a while, and then all of a sudden he just shows up. Do you remember that? He's gone for a while. I don't know if because he got defeated. I don't remember, because it's been so long since I've seen the film. And then all of a sudden he's back. Well, I think in the extended version, they kind of fill in that gap. And he comes along this a native group, and there's almost like a Muay Thai Tony Jaa type character there. And they kind of spar, they kind of fight a little bit, and I think that's what gets Jet Li's character wanting to fight again.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what happened. Yeah. But fantastic movie, man. That was a pleasure seeing that in theater.
Yeah, definitely.
Fearless, his real last final movie, in my opinion.
Oh, we got the dumpster juice has been limited, but we got a keg of dumpster juice coming for you.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
We're starting off strong with the dumpster juice. We got War from 2007. And this is the one where oh man, Jet Li and Jason Statham, you know, they're gonna like go toe to toe. And Statham plays like an agent who seeks vengeance on a mysterious assassin, Jet Li, who murdered his partner. And,
I'm sorry, Lady Fat Blood's over here choking herself right now.
And we also get Ryo Ishibashi from Audition plays one of the Yakuza dudes. And then Sung Kang from Fast and Furious is in this as well.
What's in it too? Oh man, Kasugi.
Oh.
Kane.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's in it. Oh, what a disappointment!
I mean,
the whole twist was so like, really? You know, a lot of people look at John Woo's Face Off, the plot, and they're like, really?
Oh, I like that plot. I like that plot of that movie.
Right? It's like, I don't think you're really supposed to be taking that seriously. I think you're just supposed to enjoy the ride with Face Off. But with this one, it's like, I can't suspend my disbelief. This is so, like, I mean, this is not Nighthawks with Rutger Hauer, where he changes his appearance. You know, he gets, or other films where people get surgery to change their appearance. And this is like, his whole body's different. It's a totally other actor. It's so dumb. And another twist of Statham being evil and he was the bad guy. It was, I don't know if Statham injured himself during the filming of the movie, but that was one of the worst one-on-one end finale fights I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And it makes no sense because Jason Statham is capable. He's athletic enough. He's capable to put on a good fight scene. So it makes no sense why Jet Li versus Statham was like the worst fight. It was weird. It's like Statham was stiff. He kept doing the same maneuvers. So I don't know if that was true or not, if he hurt his arm and they really couldn't do anything. But I don't know. Would have an amazing fight have saved the film?
I don't know, man. Maybe it would have turned into watchable trash. But the only part of the whole film that I kind of like is the restaurant shootout at the middle is okay. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
But and there's not enough action. Again, this is another one where you're like waiting forever. Like, man, you guys, is this an action movie? Like, what is this? So
yeah, and his fight with Ken Kasugi was like really short, and that could have been another really good fight. You did see Jet Li using katana sword though. I think he had a katana blade when he was, chopping people up, which was all right. But yeah, just very disappointing. Better than Cradle to the Grave or the same?
I might like Cradle a little bit more.
I'm not even... You know what? Fuck it. I agree because that was the worst fight scene. Like one of the worst ever. So, what do we got?
We got War at the bottom.
I think War is the worst so far.
I don't mind that. That's a worthy choice so far.
All right, what's next?
All right, now this one I had some problems with when it first came out, but I grew to enjoy it more over the years, and that is The Warlords from 2007.
Yeah, I liked it.
So we got, not too many notable directors here. This is the one with Andy Lau, Takeshi Kaneshiro.
Yeah.
And it's the story of brotherhood. These guys are blood brothers.
Yeah.
And something happens. So one of them, Jet Li has to make a decision at one point, and Andy doesn't like it. So they have a clash. More of a drama, period drama. But when it first came out, I was like, man, I had trouble connecting with the blood brother aspect, but after rewatching it one time, I liked it more. I think the drama does work pretty well in this. And there's one pretty cool action scene involving cannons that's pretty cool near the beginning. But definitely don't expect an action flick going in this. This is more like a drama conflict type film. But I think it's pretty good, except for the love interest isn't really that developed. But that's all right. It's still a pretty good flick.
I might be wrong, but is this a remake of a Shaw Brothers movie starring David Chang and T. Lung? Directed by Chang Che.
Oh my goodness!
I can't remember the name. The title is right there. I have the title. Oh man, it's right there.
Oh, Dynasty of Blood.
No, it's early. They're like really young. I'm trying to, man, I can't remember. But I forgot who the third actor was, martial arts actor. He's a Shaw Brothers. They call him Mr. Shaw Brothers. I can't remember his name right now, but he was the third actor out of the three. But there was a love interest in that too, and some shady dealings going on between that. But I can't remember the name. Maybe our viewers can help us in the comments there. But yeah, Warlords, I thought was very solid, very good acting too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so that one I would recommend, actually.
War was bullshit.
Warlords is better.
Yes.
Get that taste out of your mouth. Watch Warlords.
Yeah.
So the next one is very, very big in terms of popularity and recognition, or just what happened here, right? That's The Forbidden Kingdom, 2008. Now, what are your thoughts on Forbidden Kingdom?
I saw the trailer, and I was like, I saw the Shia LaBeouf clone. And I was like, no. I should have went to go see it because, to support Jet Li and Jackie Chan. And us as fans have been wanting to see them do a collab for years. So it wasn't until it came out on video that what's up? Oh, it wasn't until it came out on video that I gave it a shot. My expectations were really low. I kind of liked it, man. I kind of liked it, and I hate the Shia LaBeouf clone character. I hate his character, but you could tell that they were trying to do an homage. The whole opening credits is all Shaw Brothers stuff. It's all Shaw Brother images. Gordon Liu from 36 Chamber of Shaolin, 8-diagram pole fighter, and even in the rental store, the kids like, hey, you got any Shaw Brother movies? I'm sitting over here, shut the fuck up. You don't know Shaw Brothers movies? Shut up. Anyway. So, and I was like, all right, let's see where this goes. And it's cheesy, and it's got the fantasy element. I did enjoy seeing Jet Li play the Monkey King character. He played dual roles.
Yeah.
And Jackie Chan was having fun with the role. It seemed like there was a sense of fun on set. It seemed like Jet Li and Jackie Chan were having a good time. And I liked their little sparring match they had with each other. That was the best fight in the movie.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be on my top 10 for either Jackie Chan or Jet Li list. But, it was better than War.
I agree.
In my opinion, it was better than War. Okay, what did you think?
I think it's watchable. It's watchable. There's again, the lead character is kind of lame, but the fights are pretty good. I like them. Even the one with Colin Chow and Jet Li was pretty good. I think the finale maybe a little dropped the ball a little bit with the finale. I would like some a little bit more memorable, but I think it's a film that's kind of easy to sit through. You get some of those scenes with the main character to kind of help us Westerners digest this foreign film. But and then also Bing Bing Lee shows up as the white-haired assassin.
Yes.
And I'm a big fan of her. She was actually in The Meg, one of your favorites. And, although one thing to remember, she was 45 years old when they shot The Meg. So just think about that.
What?
She was 45.
She was 45 years old.
Yeah.
Wow. Pretty impressive.
And another thing to keep in mind is that in this movie, Forbidden Kingdom, we do get a supporting performance from Yifei Liu, who's the lead in the Mulan movie coming out. She was in this as a supporting character. She was the white guy's girlfriend, or the girl he meets.
Yeah.
So if anybody's thinking of seeing what she can do, she was okay. She was fine in this, but And I think this movie's fine. I don't think it's as offensively bad as maybe some people think.
It's worth watching just for Jet and Jackie.
Yeah.
It's
when you think about it, it's nice that we got Jet Li versus Donnie Yen in their prime. We got them in their prime. Whereas we had to wait a while to get Jet versus Jackie, right?
Yeah. Still well choreographed fight between them, though. It was fun. It just, we needed a more likable kid.
I would agree.
You know, maybe a real martial artist. How cool would that have been?
That would,
yeah, that would have been dope. But it's fine.
All right. Also from 2008, this is one of the best of his career. The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor.
Dude, you just made Lady Fat Blood spit up her drink over here. Are you okay?
Oh man.
You all right? You all right?
Now you want to talk about some dumpster juice. This is not from concentrate. This is fresh. I mean, and I kind of like the first Brendan Fraser Mummy. I think it's actually entertaining. You get Arnold Vosloo as the villain. It's good.
It's the best one. It's the best one out of the three.
Yeah. But this third one, man, oh man, you can't even watch this crap. I mean, this is just crap.
I felt so sorry for Jet Li and Michelle Yeoh. I felt really sorry for them to be in this movie. It was almost like, did they owe a favor to someone to be in this movie? Like, it was so just, it was really terrible, man. Like, everything was bad.
This is where you get into the CGI that's just really bad, too.
How does it get worse over movies, over the sequels? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And it's not even worth talking about that much because I don't even remember the plot. I know when they raised Jet Li back up from the dead.
Yeah.
He was the mummy type character, and he was like taking over with his army. And did you like the fight with him and Brendan Fraser at the
I
end?
don't even remember it. I think I wiped this film from my mind.
I'm going to throw a Hail Mary and say that their fight was better than Jason Statham. So, and Jet Li.
All right.
But yeah, uh-oh. Sorry. Okay. Lady Fat Blood's back there.
No.
Yeah. I hope they got paid well.
And remember, Wu Jing shows up for a minute at the beginning of the film as like an assassin.
He does?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I think we need to move on because I'm having an aneurysm.
Yeah. Better than War.
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh no.
No, this is bottom of the barrel for me.
That's it. That's the new level.
Yeah. For me it is.
Yeah.
All right. The next one.
I'm not disagreeing. Go ahead.
The next one. All right. I'll be interested to see if you've even seen this because I just skipped it. It's this Chinese film called Founding of the Republic from 2009.
No.
Now, this is the reason why I skipped it is because it's just such an obvious propaganda piece. And it has 50 actors in it. So my guess is that Jet Li's going to show up as he's not even listed at IMDb on the front page. So he shows in as a cameo. It's the Chinese government, Mao Zedong was the best, the end of the movie. So I never even bothered watching it.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
The next one is a drama.
Okay.
And again, if you happen to see it, I'd be interested to hearing your thoughts. It's called Ocean Heaven.
You know, I heard this was really good. I heard this was a good drama. Mm-hmm. But I've never seen it though. Is this the one where he's stuck on the boat?
He's he's a father who is terminally ill and he's trying to figure out a way to have his autistic son get taken care of after he dies.
Okay.
So, I'm just going to be honest. I wasn't the biggest fan of this one.
Okay.
I'm in the minority though. It's got on IMDb. It's got a 7.6 rating.
Oh wow! Wow.
So, I mean, I think it has its heart in the right place. I know what it's trying to do, and the performances are good. Jet can act, and I just felt like the melodrama didn't work. That was my problem.
Okay.
And there's a Korean film called Christmas in August, which I think was quite similar but done a whole lot better. So
figures.
And Kwai Lun Mei, the Taiwanese actress, is in this in a small supporting role, and she doesn't really get enough screen time. That was another criticism. So Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan, but a lot of people.
Do you recommend I check it out, or just
you may as well, because a lot of people like it.
Okay. Were they stuck on a boat?
I don't know. I don't think so.
What fucking movie am I thinking about? Go ahead. Next one.
All right,
See,
the next one.
The fun that we have.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, now we're getting ramped up to his final batch of films, which is just a smorgasbord of lunacy here, okay?
Okay.
So we got The Expendables.
Okay.
2010.
Okay.
All right. What's your thoughts on that one?
Maybe that could be another video where we go through the trilogy if you want.
Yeah, you can do that.
But as just really quick, I think it was an honor for Jet Li to be in that with those group of guys. I think Stallone knew that Jet Li was important, and he wanted to kind of honor him and bring him in with all the other legends, right? And I think that's great for Jet Li. I think it looks good for him, that we know you're important. You know what I mean? As the movie, just really quick, without going into too much detail, I had so much high expectations because of who was in the movie that when I went to see it, I was a little disappointed, especially with the fight with Jet Li versus Dolph Lundgren. I don't know. Dolph Lundgren, he's up in age, but he could still do a good fight if you film it well. And I don't know what Stallone was doing. And Stallone's a good action director. Yeah. But that fight was so edited to shit and choppy. It was like you fucked it up. I do like later in the series that Dolph Lundgren and Jet Li become friends. I think that's hilarious.
Yeah.
But Jet Li and Jason Statham versus Gary Daniels was fucking dope. But that was like brief, unfortunately. Yeah. But that was like boom, 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 boom. Like no one was slowing down. I was like, oh, here we go. Oh, damn, he's dead. But I watched it again, and expectations were lower, obviously, because I just saw the movie. And when I watched it again on video, I appreciated it a lot more. So It's a fun, fuck the plot. We're getting all the action legends together. We're going to make an action film. Big body count, a lot of explosions. Let's have fun. Yeah.
It's I think it's pretty good. It's like just a high octane action flick. I think the shootouts and the I guess high production type action works better than the hand to hand, which is just shot not well at all. We get Eric Roberts before he starred in 100 movies per year. So we get him, and it was that's basically how I feel as well. I could sit through this. It's not a bad film.
If you're bored one day and you have nothing to do, check out Inferno. That's the documentary for Expendables. I appreciated that movie a lot more after watching Inferno because Stallone, I mean, it was like, dude, I never want to be a movie director. Just the stress and all that. And they show in that movie how Stallone almost got paralyzed. I mean, he almost screwed up his back. Ooh. Remember when his fight with Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Yeah.
And Steve Austin spears him.
Yeah, through the wall. Back. He hits his back.
Yeah, right there, dude. That was a wrap. They had to stop production. He was in the hospital. It was bad, dude. So I appreciated the effort a lot more, even though that fight scene with Dolph and Jet was shot horribly. I appreciated the film. But yeah, check out Inferno.
All right, the next one, we're going into fantasy territory for our next two here. Now, I think one of these is better than the other. But the first one here is called The Sorcerer and the White Snake from 2011.
Okay, I did review that one. Did you review that one too?
No.
Okay.
It's directed by Ching Siu-tung.
Okay.
Right? And this is the one where it's like a fantasy where you basically have a master monk who tries to protect a young, naive physician from a 1,000-year-old snake demon that masquerades as a person.
Right.
Now, one of my favorite Choi Hark films is a film called Green Snake from 1993.
That was
great. It's a very similar story to this, but this is not as good as Green Snake, in my opinion. So, again, the CGI is a little wonky at times, maybe a little easier to digest because it's so fantasy-based.
Yeah. Jet Li's fine.
Yeah, he's good. even the actresses were pretty good, but I think this is a pretty good film. I think it's a pretty good fantasy film involving like lust and deception and stuff. But some of the melodrama maybe goes a little too far, and it's not nearly as good as Green Snake. So I would recommend
Green Snake.
First.
Yes, Green Snake was really well done. I think Vincent Zhao played the Jet Li character.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember Green Snake more than this movie, and this movie I reviewed.
Yeah. So this one's not bad. It's not dumpster juice, but it's not something to get all riled up or excited about.
No.
Now the next one. Okay, the next one I think is better. I think it's better.
Okay.
And that is Flying Swords of Dragon Gate from 2011. Okay. All right. Now this one was actually directed by Choi Hark.
Okay.
And now I'm pretty partial to this film because it's got two of my favorite actresses in it. You get Zhou Xun, who's a big-time Chinese actress, and then Kwai Lun Mei, again, is in this as well.
Okay.
And my big problem with this is the CG effects. Yeah. I think if you ramp that down, if they were to ramp that down, this movie would have been awesome. But because
do you think it was kind of poor because it was a 3D film?
I don't know.
Maybe because it was obviously supposed to be made in 3D.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why the CGI looks weird. I don't know.
I mean, their CG establishing shots are really nice. It's just when you get to the action, it gets wonky.
Right. Yeah.
But I do think it has enough like intrigue. I actually like the story. The acting is really good.
Yeah.
And I actually did kind of like the last fight a little bit, despite the CG effects. So I would recommend this.
My boy was in it. Ricky O.
He was?
Yeah.
I missed him.
Terry Fan is his English name. Terry Fan.
Oh, I missed him. I don't know.
He had like a mask though. He had like something like over like this. But he was sword fighting. He was getting down. And if I'm wrong, I apologize for that.
I always like seeing him pop up.
Were they stuck on a boat in the movie?
Like I like seeing him in the Donnie Yen flick Kung Fu Killer or Kung Fu Jungle. He was in that one too.
Yeah.
So I always like seeing him pop up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my thoughts. I like it.
It's fun. It's definitely fun.
And then we got the Expendables 2.
Okay.
All right. Which I think is a little bit of a down. Well, I don't know. Some people like it more. I think it's a little bit of a downgrade from the first.
Yeah.
I think too much emphasis on like these other guys in the film instead of the guys we go to see the film for.
Right.
Atkins is in it, but he's kind of wasted a little bit. He gets one maybe decent fight, but
well, he fights Statham at the end.
Yeah.
I actually like this one a little bit more. Believe it or not. Only because we kind of had a better villain. I thought Van Damme playing a villain was great.
Yeah.
He was stealing the movie. He was really stealing the movie, doing nothing. It was very strange. And it was, a little Scott Adkins bonus was fun. But you finally get to see what they teased in the first one with, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Bruce Willis actually finally do something.
That's true.
And you get a Chuck Norris bonus. And if you watch it again, that end finale, the body count is ridiculous. Like, it's even bigger. And we get a badass fight. I mean, the Randy Couture fight was okay with Stone Cold. It was all right. The Stone Cold fight with Stallone was decent, where he got speared.
Yeah.
But you get Stallone versus Van Damme as your finale in the second one, which I thought was a better in-fight finale. So I was more like, yay, this is kind of what I wanted in the first one. Probably storyline-wise, I don't know. The first one's better, more interesting.
Yeah, maybe I should rewatch this one. I've only seen Expendables 2 one time, so I think I probably should do a little marathon or something.
Yeah, the second one though, the only bad thing, I mean, there's a lot of cheese and one-liners, but Jet Li was barely in it though.
Yeah, okay. He has a kitchen fight or something, right? And
that was it. And he was gone. That was the only downer. I think Jet Li had to go film. He had other engagements. So that's why he was.
Here's a question. Maybe you can help me understand this. I don't know if I'm losing my mind. When Chuck Norris shows up, they play spaghetti Western music. When Chuck Norris shows up,
I've only seen it movie like maybe once or twice. That was a long time ago. Maybe they did that. That kind of sounds familiar.
I was totally confused. I'm like, why would you do that?
Maybe because of Lone Wolf McQuade.
Okay.
Maybe. I'm reaching.
Yeah.
But in Lone Wolf McQuade, that movie where he fights David Carradine, that was like a modern day Western.
Yeah.
And it had Western music the whole film. I don't know. I'm just throwing it. I don't know. Maybe Walker, Texas Rangers shout out. Maybe that's why. I don't know.
All right. So we got the final 3 here.
Okay.
The next one, it'll be interesting to see. It could be a contender for a bottom of the barrel film. We got Badges of Fury from 2013.
I reviewed that, and that was garbage, man. That was like beyond. Oh man, you know what? I was already annoyed because the movie. I was like, pick a tone.
Yeah. Like,
what do we do? Are we serious cop? Buddy cop movie. We're comedy. We're going over the top. Like, where are we going? And the fact that they teased Jet Li versus Jackie Wu fight at the end, and it kind of didn't really happen.
That you get like a little scuffle in the middle, and that's it.
So Jet Li barely did anything. I don't remember him doing much.
No,
it was all about the other guy, and the other guy sucked.
And it's got, the wonky CG. And, I mean, they try to distract you with hot women, which does work for a few minutes for me. But then after a while, you can't just have that.
Yeah, yeah. It's just, dude, like, I was getting mad watching this movie. Like, maybe if it was legitimate, hilarious.
Right.
Like, if it was really funny, didn't really have a lot of action, but it was, you know what? Did the end fight, did Jet Li fight... Oh man, what's his name? Bruce Liang. He played the main villain in Kung Fu Hustle. Did Jet Li fight him at the end of Badges of Fury?
I don't remember.
I don't remember the fight. I don't remember the fight being great.
Yeah.
Bruce Liang. But. Yeah, I don't remember. I'm just throwing that out. I'm just asking a question. I'm just trying to remember the movie. I can't remember it.
Well, that's probably
even though I reviewed it. Yeah.
Yeah. So this the worst? Is this?
So what do we have as the worst right now? Is it What's My Time in America, or is it War? It's War, huh?
Yeah, I think it was War.
Cradle to the Grave was above War, or was it? Was Cradle to the Grave above War? And War.
I think it was. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was.
Okay. Yeah, dude.
This is the worst.
Yeah, this is the worst. Badges of Fury is right here. The worst. The bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Because it's got bad story, bad humor, and bad action. And it's just like, it's like blue balling you the whole film to get to a good action. So, yeah.
Yeah. Jet Li's kitchen fight in the beginning of Expendables 2 was better than the whole movie of Badge of Fury.
I would agree. Yeah, you're right. Oh, it's not even an overstatement. Next one, Expendables 3. All right.
Okay, so there was controversy leading up to this movie because the studios were pushing for PG-13. I remember Stallone kind of doing I don't know if it was Instagram or what, but he was like, Don't worry, everyone. The movie's still going to be badass. Don't worry, okay? It's still going to be good. I remember that. And I was just like, I'm not seeing this movie. Fuck this movie. PG-13? Get the fuck out of here, right? So I refused to see it in theater. I remember that year, so many people had it on their worst of the year movie list.
Whoa.
Like tons of people. Like there were like zero stars. Dumpster fire, dumpster juice. Right? So when I finally watched it, I was, you know what? I said, fuck it. I have the first two. Let me buy it for cheap on Blu-ray, right?
Yeah.
So I bought it for really cheap on Blu-ray, popped it in with Lady Fat Blood. And I was like, we both had really low expectations because of the ratings people gave it for that year, because of the fact that it was PG-13. We liked it.
It's not bad. I don't think it's bad.
It's entertaining.
Yeah.
I don't think it deserves the hate it gets.
I mean, my big problem with it is I think they do spend too much time with the new kids and like the younger folks. But
they were the worst part of the movie.
Yeah, but I mean, it's got enough other stuff to be. You got Mel Gibson as a villain, right?
Dude, he basically outacts everyone in that entire movie. Like, he's so convincing as a bad guy. It's just amazing. He was great.
I liked Antonio Banderas too. He was kind of goofy.
God. People were calling. See, here's the thing. Like, we thought he was over the top and funny, right? You thought he was over the top and funny, right?
Yeah.
Right. People were calling his character the Jar Jar Binks of that movie. I'm like, okay.
Man.
I was just like, oh, I'm sorry, but when a guy gets turned down in a bootleg interview, and the guy interviewing him walks away, and the guy and Antonio goes, the only thing I know how to do is kill people. If you don't laugh at that, you have no soul, okay? It is hilarious, especially when he's just ranting gibber jabbish.
Yeah.
Just and then Arnold Schwarzenegger's like, Arnold Schwarzenegger's like, what the hell was that? I don't know. At this point, are we supposed to be taking these movies seriously?
No.
You know, we had a Harrison Ford cameo. We had Frazier? What's his name? The actor?
Oh, maybe.
He was in the movie for a little bit.
Kelsey Grammer?
Yeah, he was in the movie a little bit. But it was great.
This is the one with Wesley too, right? It was Wesley Snipes fresh out of prison? Fresh out of prison.
You notice they make a joke of that.
Oh, I don't even remember.
Did you get that? So when they break him out of prison.
Oh.
In the beginning of the movie.
Oh, okay.
And then I forgot who asked him, so what'd you do? And he goes, tax evasion.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, it was the new garb. Like, don't bring in young people that we don't give a shit about. That was the bad part of the movie.
I agree.
You know. But other than that, there was enough action. Yeah. There was enough enjoyment.
I agree.
I thought me and Lady Fat Blood were the only people that I thought we were in the minority here, so it was nice to hear that you liked it.
Oh yeah, it's maybe when I fly out there, we could watch this. We could do a doubleheader of this and Gods of Egypt and just have a ball because I like that film too.
What? Oh yeah. My God! You have become Lady Fat Blood's best friend now. I can't wait to tell her. Speaking of Gods of Egypt, what's next?
Oh, speaking of tax evasion, I got a tax evasion roll in here with League of Gods 2016. Now, did you get a chance to watch this? Oh, no.
I rented it yesterday. I got a chance to watch it. Was there a boat in the movie? No, actually, there was.
There was.
My face. This was my face. What the first 30 minutes of the movie? The first 30 minutes of the movie, my face was this, right? And I was thinking to myself, I have no idea what's going on, but I'm kind of enjoying it for some strange reason. And here's the funny thing: when the movie is bonkers and batshit crazy and just nonstop nonsense, when you get to the middle of the movie and it slows down, and then the movie has the gall to finally give us character development and fucking, but let's try to have the audience understand the plot a little bit. I'm like, no, back to nonsense. Back to nonsense. You open with nonsense. You just continue with the nonsense. Luckily, we get nonsense at the end. But my mind exploded. I don't think, like Scanners, I don't think I've recovered. Jet Li looked like he had a lot of fun playing Gandalf.
Yeah.
And he was fine in the movie. I liked him in the movie. But I don't know where to begin. I feel like I missed a TV series. I feel like I came in the third movie. I should have seen the first two. I mean,
this movie, like, it begins with like a 30-minute sequence. It feels like the climactic fight of it at the end of the movie before it. And then it goes into like, mode where it throws in like like these pouches that CGI babies pop out of and then turn into live action people. And then the end of the film just ends with I think Tony Leung standing over the Benjamin Button transformed Jet Li and laughing, and that's the end of the movie.
We got a deity baby that farts, explosion farts, and
Aquaman.
pisses.
It reminded me of Aquaman's world. They were underground with like the things.
I think that's where the movie was losing me. When that whole underwater scene with the pissing and the farts, I think the movie was losing me there. I think I was like, okay, now the cringe is increasing, but not in a good way, but I'm still stunned at what I just watched.
Yeah, this is definitely when you talk about CGI crap fest, this is a CGI crap fest, but it has so much weirdness in it.
Yeah.
It's so weird. I found it I was like oddly transfixed at times. I'm like, this is terrible, but I kind of like it.
and so, do you think League of Gods is China's answer to Gods of Egypt?
Ooh, well, it's not as purely entertaining as Gods of Egypt, but it's
right.
Yeah, you could probably say
it.
That.
It came out the same year.
Oh,
yeah, and I just got that Gods of Egypt, not as good as Gods of Egypt, but I got that Gods of Egypt vibe where tons of CGI, some of it really ugly. The movie just doesn't make any sense. But the movie's like, you can tell that they think they have a hit.
Well, I think it was the first film in a planned trilogy.
By the way, do you see my name at the bottom of this my picture thing? Do you see anything? Do you see a name?
I see Lady Fat Blood.
But I've been Lady Fat Blood this whole time.
Yeah. I didn't even notice it. I just assumed it was.
I don't notice that. We are new to the Zoom feature. Next time we do a video, I think you can change that. But yeah, Lady Fat Blood. Anyway, I thought that was hilarious.
Now the tax evasion link.
Okay.
The lead actress with the gold snakes, who looks like she's having an orgasm throughout the entire film.
Yeah.
This was before she disappeared for 3 months because the Chinese government detained her for tax evasion.
No way.
And she owed more than Wesley did. She owed $120 million.
That is insane.
So when she disappeared, people thought she was dead. Nobody knew what happened. And then she comes out of like a cave like 3 months later, holds a press conference like, sorry, it's my fault. I owe $127 million in taxes. I'll pay it on Monday or whatever.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
Yeah, Fan Bing Bing.
Wow.
No relation to Bing Bing Lee.
Now, the whole Gods of Egypt similarity, what I was trying to say was, I felt like both movies were sure of themselves that they were going to be the next big thing. Like they were going to be the next big, huge franchise. Did you get that vibe from League of Gods too?
Oh, yeah.
Or no? Right? And just like both movies, there's no sequel.
No sequel.
Because the movie ends on that huge cliffhanger. And I was like, okay, I got to look this up. I looked Wikipedia. I checked IMDb user comments. I've checked everything, video, YouTube. I cannot find anything on a potential sequel to this movie. So that movie came out in 2016. It is 2020 now, sir.
Yeah.
So yeah, if the sequel didn't happen already, then which now makes the movie even more fascinating. Than how it ends.
Yeah,
it makes it more fascinating now.
I agree. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I actually recommend League of Gods, but you have to know what you're getting into. It's just total nonsense, weird. Drink some booze, drink some Casa Noble tequila or something while you're watching it. They'll be fine.
That sounds good. And okay, we got our warriors surfing. They're on their battle shields. They're surfing down the water, being chased by a villain, I think played by Louis Koo.
Yeah, he's on Panther. He's on Skeletor's Panther cat.
Giant panther with a big whip chasing our heroes surfing. If that's your type of thing, we recommend you guys check it out. Like I was not ready. I was not prepared. Yeah, and it is better than War and Badges of Fury.
Oh, definitely.
Is there? I know it's based off of a novel. Is there at least? Can you read that novel, or at least find out a translation of it and find out what the hell happens? Find out the ending?
Yeah, I know. I guess I would, because I want to know what happens. I mean, Jet Li is going to be a sperm in like 5 days. I mean, he gets Benjamin buttoned and he gets younger and younger, and like, so what happens? You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just it's, you know what? I might have to buy this movie. I might have to buy it.
Did Lady Fat Blood watch it with you?
For cheap. Oh, she's gonna love it. She's gonna love this. She's gonna laugh the whole movie. Wait, I'm Lady Fat Blood.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it was nice to get some batshit crazy bonkers, but at least we can get some entertainment out of it type of movie.
Yeah.
All right, so where are we now?
What's next? It. Next is Mulan coming out.
Okay, which obviously we have not seen.
Right.
Now, he was in that short, right?
Oh yeah, he was in On That Night While We Dream as an old servant.
I never got so excited and then so let down when that short came out.
Really?
Because before I didn't know it was a short. I thought it was a movie with all our favorite martial artists in the same movie. That's what I thought. Because that's kind of how it was advertised at first. And then when it finally came out as a short, and then once I found out, oh, it's just this guy, he's really rich, and he just wants to kick the crap out of all these iconic martial art actors.
Oh, I heard about that. I didn't know the title of the movie. Oh, that's great. It's only 23 minutes long, I saw. I just looked it up.
Yeah. I said pass. That's so disappointing.
Wow.
Maybe if it was like for charity, like, something like that. But it's just a guy, I don't really know who he is. I know he's ridiculously rich. Like, he's like filthy. He's like Tony Stark rich. But he just decided to make this movie where he kicks the crap out of, he uses his Tai Chi. I guess he's a real life Tai Chi practitioner. And he uses that to beat Jackie Wu, Tony Jaa, Jet Li, and some other people that are in the movie. I can't remember.
See, now, if I had Tony Stark money, I would get all those guys, make a feature-length movie, and I would be the villain. And I'd have, and then just go nuts. That's what I would have done.
Brilliant. That would have been amazing. And we all would have saw it, too, because it's got all our favorites in it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was just like, yeah, big ego trip there. It seemed like an ego trip. So, League of Gods, as of right now, is the final film that we have seen. He's up there in age. Jet Li is one of those guys where he's done so much, and he's an icon, and he's so important to the genre. He kind of really doesn't have to make any movies anymore. He technically could have retired after Fearless. Yeah. I believe. And he's one of the best of all time. You put a martial art action actors, it's like impossible to make a top 10 or a top 5 without Jet being in there. So,
and the fact he's like a legit actor too. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
yes. Do you think him and Donnie Yen both got better over time? Jackie Chan as well, in terms of as an actor?
I think Jet was good, actually, right from the start. I think he was a more natural actor than the other two. Yeah. In my opinion.
Took a while.
Yeah, especially Donnie. Yeah. Because Jackie can act too, He's been in some good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. But anything else? Are we missing anything else from his career, his illustrious, insane career, where he played the iconic Wong Fei Hung character to Gandalf in League of Gods?
I think we covered just about it. Do you think there's going to be another video on YouTube where somebody goes through and talks through every Jet Li movie? Has this been done before?
Probably not. I doubt it. Hey, if you need to edit this, if you need to cut me out because I ramble.
No way, baby. I do it art house style. My subscribers know there ain't no edits, baby.
hey, when you're hanging out with Lady Fat Blood, man,
Yeah.
You're gonna get a lot of jibber jabber.
Yeah, but if anybody, this was great.
This was a lot of fun, man. It was an honor and a pleasure to be invited on your channel, and I hope the viewers are going to get a kick out of it. I think, and in the comments, though, hopefully they let us know what their favorite Jet Li films are.
Because there's a wide variety. If you had 10 people make a list of top 10s, all of them would be completely different. You know what I mean?
And what they think is the worst.
Yeah, what's the worst?
Yeah, Badges of Fury for us.
Yeah,
so they have to let us know. But yeah, man, I would love to do more of these in the future with you. We could talk about Jackie Chan, we could talk about it all.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah. And if anybody, any of my subscribers have not checked out That Phat Samurai Guy, I'll include a link to your channel in the, below. Check them out. A lot of fun to watch. Blood. I love the fat pickups videos a lot too.
Again, I appreciate it, man. It's your show. You can end the video however you want.
Yes, and I always end the show the same way, in the words of Roger Swan, who used to be a YouTuber back in the day. As always, we'll see you next time.